to the Girls Guts Glory live stream. So we're doing things a little bit differently this time around. We, obviously, I'm not DMing everyone anymore, so everyone give a warm welcome to Kelly, Lynne D'Angelo.
Hello, Kelly. Hello.
We've been playing with her for a little bit, and she's awesome. You're in for a treat. We also have another new player. This is Kelen Coleman.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
And do you want to introduce your character, Kelen?
Oh, okay. My character is Dranisha Theodrias, and I am a dragonborn barbarian.
Yes. And I'm playing a character. I'm playing, as some of you may have met, her brother. Farid. I'm playing his sister, Fauna Underbough, and I'm Fermina Underbough's twin sister, and I'm a cleric.
It's gonna be a fun one, you guys.
A cleric halfling.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
Okay.
But in halfling years, that's kind of like 11 human years. So let's all go around and introduce the rest of the characters for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time. Let's do it.
My name's Greczyn, and I'm playing Rowan of Glen Hollyhock, a forest gnome druid.
I'm Lilith Lucena, a tiefling bard. I like to play music and eat little animals.
I'm Rachel Seeley. I'm playing Moira and Muirren, the noble woman of Hidalgo who is righteous but vain. And I'm Erika Fermina, and I'm playing Lala Lemonboots, the pixie ranger.
Tossing it over to this side.
Oh, we've been introduced.
Oh yeah, subtly. Hey guys, I guess it's now me at the pinnacle here over the little point sticking at me in my stomach. Thanks you guys for tuning in. I'm so stoked to join. I am Kelly D'Angelo. I'm going to be your dungeon master, your game controller, the fate maker, all that fun stuff, etc., etc. The girls here are going to give you guys quite an adventure. You're going to be in for a treat, and we'll see if you guys make it out alive, as I like to say.
Turned it off real quick.
I was a real nice DM, so we should all be a little scared now.
Always a little scared.
I'm not scared. I am not scared of nothing.
See, that's the attitude that they'll need to get through this. Anyway, so I'm so excited. We're going to start off by painting a little bit of the scene, doing a little bit of a tie-in to the previous season, and then I'll let you guys know exactly where you are and get you guys like kind of situated on this new season and this new live stream, which we'll be taking one break midway through just so you guys are ready and prepared to run to the bathroom and
we can talk to them.
blow up chat.
Yep, that's when we'll be giving away some cool codes for Idle Champions and codes for Ice Panthers on Forgotten Realms, so yeah.
Neverwinter!
Oh, Neverwinter. Of the Forgotten Realms. Anyway, don't listen to
Erika and
me.
I stream at Monday nights, and we had a couple codes left, so we're deciding to toss them out there.
Share the wealth.
Share the wealth.
All right, so with that being said, let's dive into your previous situation, which was you guys were in Chol, having navigated with different guides and figuring out exactly who you wanted to choose to navigate through this treacherous terrain into the Lost City, which you were hoping to find as difficult as it was. Meeting some things along the way, some interesting statues or some kind of curious monkeys, and after kind of an exhausting month, almost just through the treacherous terrain and deep, the underbelly of what would be the jungle, the muck, the humidity, the disease, just becoming ever more present as you guys were trying to figure out exactly what the soulmonger situation was. After a month of searching, you guys also walked into some sort of floating island in the middle of the jungle and had met what appears to be a friend who had two undead companions, Valindra. Beautiful woman. Ichabod is ever so enchanted with her beauty. And you guys have been making your way through the forest since with her. The last few minutes of this, you guys had just found the Lost City. Deep chasm, hot lava coming from somewhere inside of this. You also sense finally a breath of fresh air as you're now able to kind of see beyond what lies beyond the jungle. There was a clearing, a straight clearing, and almost no doubt that this is what you had been looking for. In the core of your stomach, you knew that this was it. A large face had appeared and spoken to you moments ago. You guys are just taking in this fantastic view, this strange experience with these gargoyles that attacked, that you were able to fend off quickly. As you're doing so and looking out, you hear a cackle. Oh, thank you. As you guys turned around, behind you, Valindra, your friend, your companion that you've been going through the Lost City with, attempting to find the Lost City with for nearly a month. She smiles. You guys all turn around as her arms fold across her. I've been waiting a long time for this. I appreciate the travel, companionship, the stories, the laughters. But, I think that you've run your course.
Run our course.
What? What did she say? She puts her hand up, and you guys try to speak, and you realize you can't, as you guys are completely silent.
Requite us out.
She smiles. I hate to tell you this, but you'll notice that that map that you had on you that you let me know so willingly that you had is gone. And she pulls it out from her, the map that you were given, the secret map. She kind of smiles and waves it around. And I'm glad that you liked my illusion that I gave you. It was scary, right? The face. It was a lot. It was a good addition. But I'm sorry to say that, or maybe I'm happy to say this, because, man, if, I were feeling in a worse position, I would probably just kill you all, but how about this instead? You're strong, and you're smart, so I could use you in the army. As she just waves, as you guys look beneath you, you had not realized in the time that she was creating this illusion when you first walked into the city. You guys were standing together. You look down. You catch that there's a faint aura of some sort of strong magical presence, I guess. That's exactly the sound you hear. This loud, high-pitched sound within you that just emanates. It's almost as if a microphone was going askew. And as that's happening, you look down and you see there's a faint glimmer of what appears to be some sort of magical energy. You see the glyphs start to lock around you in a circle. You start to notice that there's purple and blue intertwined. There's a glistening glow as if water's flowing through it, but then you almost feel a pulse of some sort of dark energy as if veins themselves were growing around you, illuminating. You see them all light up. The moment that you guys attempt to speak, Moira, you get out one word as silence drops, as you can feel yourself and your body starting to compress through thin straws.
Fuck! That's the word.
As you feel yourself pulled through this very thin straw, almost as if being compressed into paper. You can feel yourself getting warped, shot into air. You try to open your eyes to breathe, but you're not even breathing. There's a moment of just pure chaos and energy as you can feel black swarms around you. And suddenly, you stop. You look around you. Make a perception check for those curious. 2.
19.
19?
Oh, can we speak?
Yeah.
You're my fawn. 19.
Silence is now dropped.
19.
10.
1910?
1910.
1910, great. So, as you guys are looking around you, some of you just overcome with the sensation, the fear, the anger, after searching for so long for something, for this quest, for this opportunity to defeat the soulmonger, knowing that you have been betrayed by somebody who seemed absolutely fun and jovial and kind and took care of a lot of zombies along the way too. I mean, you guys were a good group. However, as you guys were leaving, those who had kept their eyes open were able to look around her, saw that her beautiful visage, her face, this gorgeous young woman, this blonde hair, was slowly starting to wilt away as this black energy swept around you. You saw bandages around her face falling off. You saw no nose. You saw red eyes that just smirked as you were brought back to here, with your eyes still as open as they were the moment that you last saw that pressing image and a loud fuck through the echo throughout the abyss. As you are now here, you look around and you catch that The sky is black and dark. It smells. I'm sorry, what does Lilith say?
I said it reminds me of home.
I'm sure it does.
It's arid here compared to the wet climate of where you were before. You sense that there's supposed to be light. You can tell that the way that the light is kind of emanating through these dark clouds, these black clouds, that it must be day if there's day here. You breathe heavily here as you step down and you finally realize what's around you. Get your bearings. You're in a petrified forest. The trees are dead and barren, long wilted away. Gray, black. They're cracked along the surface.
They're so pretty.
Is this earth that has been tainted?
We'll make this a survival or a nature check.
Okay.
We'll make it nature.
Okay. That's a -1. Just a -1. Sure. No, that's a natural 1 for me.
Oh, a natty 1. Oh,
Went
yeah,
from a
sweet.
19 to a
guys,
1.
this is
No.
Great way to start.
First one of the stream. It's
Okay,
me.
Wait, I'm gonna try a good old nature.
Yes.
Our gnome should
So,
be able to tell.
What my proficiency bonus is.
Moira,
I see a bird.
as you're like looking around this petrified forest, you're just you just step out feeling angry still from that last emotional kind of guttural swear word. And you step out and you just face plant into this cracked, dry dirt that you were attempting to navigate. As you do so, you get a mouthful of this black dirt as you try to spit it out. And as you do so, you hear a from the earth as you see a hand jet out from it and claw at your stomach in attempt to get you.
Oh no.
Oh, gosh.
No. Taking out Requiter and I'm gonna cut at the hands.
Right as you pull out your knife.
My scimitar.
Your sitar.
Scimitar.
Scimitar. That
My
was
fantastic,
because of the way
beautiful,
that you did it.
wonderful, magical scimitar.
Right as you're going to cut at the hand, you hear a cry of a child so loud as the skeleton just bursts before you. You don't know what that was, as you guys all look, preoccupied with the forest, with the sky, with this plateau that seems to almost be far in the distance that you can see is tiered, and maybe 4 or 5 tiers, but it's too hard to see at this time of day. And you look around, and you see 2 small figures from behind a petrified tree. One of them, a towering dragonborn-like person who seems to be in some sort of protective stance, as if she's very uprooted by seeing you guys suddenly appear in the middle of this petrified forest. And then you see a small child who was just pointing at the direction of the skeleton and had screamed. And then at the end of the scream, just puts her finger down and kind of...
Who the heck are you?
Who the heck are you? What are you doing here?
We were just transported here. I am Lady Moira Muirren of Greenrun.
I am Lady Fauna Underbough, and I'm a halfling.
Ivy Underbough.
Excuse me, your name is Moira Moirren?
Yes, Moira Muirren. But Fauna, do you have a younger brother?
I had a twin brother.
You don't suppose.
He
his
died,
name
though.
Oh, then it couldn't be the one that we know, because I don't think he's dead. Last time we saw him, he was perfectly fine.
A few weeks ago.
Must be a different Ivy Underbough.
His name is Ferndweller Underbough.
He was
Your brother
brutally
was-
murdered.
He was a great man. Great young man.
You
Really
knew my
held his
brother?
own. Yes.
How did you know my brother?
We met him in Schultz.
He was working for one of the
He died in
merchant
Schultz
princes. How?
at the hands of a beholder.
I'm so sorry.
One day, I'm gonna become powerful enough to bring it back.
I believe you will.
But what are you doing here, and how did you get here?
We really don't know.
We don't know. We just showed up here. We
We were
were
betrayed.
betrayed.
Yes.
We're looking for the soulmonger.
Beg and pardon. What's your name?
Dranisha. Dranisha, that's all you need.
She might look scary, but she's really nice.
Oh, what are you
Sometimes.
doing
Moira,
here?
you slowly stand up, still your mouth still full of dirt as you're attempting to understand exactly
So
what's going on. As you guys all start to approach them a little bit closer.
Is the skeleton child still?
It has been decimated, apparently, by the small child who had just pointed at it.
Sure.
I'm pretty powerful.
Oh, what is that?
It's my holy symbol of Lathander.
Oh, are you? No, you're not a paladin. What are you?
A cleric.
She talks a lot, but she's very cute.
Thank you.
It's true.
You're welcome.
But what are you two doing here?
You guys, after a search for your brother, you had been pulled in a direction that you feel you need to be able to resurrect. And in order to do that, you need to find answers to death. And because of that, you had been brought on a journey, having met briefly in Yatar during that kind of long quest to the east. Dranisha getting very drunk, and the small little halfling cleric just being able to walk up and then cast something in her so she wasn't drunk anymore. So they've been a great pairing, because every time she goes to a bar and gets wasted, the next thing you know...
I could make her feel better with my lesser restoration.
And sometimes I wake up in people's beds and I don't know, you know.
She likes men.
I like a little bit of everything.
I make sure that she's okay.
Any disease, always clarified with this little cleric friend. No better match made in heaven. So the two of you guys have been traversing, and you felt like, you know, you needed a little guidance, a little moral, you know, code, and you saw this nice little girl, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll help her with her brother.
And I was so alone because my parents are far away, and my best friend, twin brother, is no longer here, and now I have another new best friend named Dranisha.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay, I'll be quiet now.
As you guys say this, your memory starts to jog. You're trying to think for a second, this doesn't make sense. We just saw him, and if he did die in the hands of the beholder, like, when would this have even occurred? It takes a moment as you feel in your gut that maybe something beyond just being transported somewhere had occurred.
I'd like to roll insight on them.
Yeah, sure. Roll an
Especially
insight
after just
check,
being
yeah,
betrayed
yeah.
by someone we thought we could trust.
Yeah, please do.
8.
Can I have Dranisha or both of you guys just make a persuasion check to attempt to persuade Rowan?
8.
It's 18.
18, okay.
So sometimes I'm too drunk to understand. They help me.
We help her a lot.
From the visage of this dragonborn woman, you can tell that there's not much pretense, and she's pretty honest. And also looks a little, you know, like she needs a drink.
I don't have any drink, but do you by any chance smoke?
I mean, I like ale, wine, other intoxicants, so yes. Anything you have, I'll do.
Oh, we do have an herbalism kit.
I like this one.
Perhaps later on.
Okay. I'm here.
Always looking for an herbal
But
friend,
first,
you see.
Yeah, all right.
Where
I'll
are
see
we?
you.
Where are we?
Yeah, do we know?
You guys know where you are. These people have no idea. And you find it kind of surprising. I mean, with the plateau and the way the sky is, and you'd have to be kind of simple to not know where you are. I'll have the four of you guys make let's have this be a history check.
I take offense to that. I'm not simple.
16.
I'm another one.
17.
12.
15. Maybe I am a little simple. But I'm a noble woman.
You got it higher than I did.
All of you guys have heard of this place, but like as you're taking a moment and taking it in, they confirm your suspicions and your fears and your worries. You're in a land called Thay.
Thay.
Say.
Thay.
Hey, with TH. Thay.
Thay.
Got it.
T-H-A-Y.
Okay. I know that already, she said.
I'm really confused by how you got here and where you came from and why you don't know where you are and how you know my brother. And all of this is very confusing.
Okay, Fauna.
But you're in Thay, duh.
So
I don't know what Thay is. We were going through Chult, through the jungle and the forests, going to the Lost City, and we made the mistake of trusting someone who was terrible, and I don't like her, and I want to stick my scimitar into her face,
You
but
will.
I
You
will.
will.
I want to. I really want to.
She betrayed us. She, I believe, might be a lich. An incredibly powerful.
We were looking for the soulmonger.
Yes, Farron was sent
She just kind
with
of
us.
poofed
And
us
we
in
found
here.
her, and she came with us, and we led her to the Lost City, and then she...
For the record, I did not like her.
Good instincts.
I did not like her.
Sounds like she knows more than you guys, and that's what she thinks.
Debatable.
Is this beach gone now?
No. Yes.
The beach is
For
gone.
now.
Well, she's not here.
She's
but she's still
above,
alive. and
wherever we
she's-
came from.
Is she watching you?
I don't think so.
now?
God, I hope not. I hate
But
her.
she turned into an old,
She's a lich.
scraggly.
I'm fairly certain that she's a lich.
A lich, not bitch, not witch, lich.
All of those
she's a
things.
bitch.
Lich,
But
bitch,
mostly
Bitch, bitch, witch.
necromantic, horrible
Aye.
bitch witch lich.
One
Alright.
day when I'm powerful enough, I'll
As you
take
guys
her.
are all saying this, you feel a surge of
I like
cold
you.
go through you guys. It's like this forest in itself is asking you to keep moving as you feel this. And you guys have been in this forest for about a week. You guys know you don't want to stay once.
What time of day is it?
I don't think we know.
Make a nature check.
21.
Okay. You look up at the sky here, and it takes a moment as you feel instinctually, yes, there is a presence of a sun. And it's bound to be night, but you feel like it's maybe evening. It's hitting maybe around 5 or 6 p.m., but it's very hard to tell. And you guys, having been here and traversed this land for a week, it's a petrified forest. And it's been a section of this world that you guys were told, if you seek answers about bringing something back, this is the place you want to go. And many people have warned you not to go. Many people have told you this is a dangerous land. And if you're stepping into Thay, it's almost inherent doom. But
What if they told us that we're a counter in Thay?
hey, make a persuasion check as you're talking to all these people in the past at different bars.
That one did not do well. I'm taking a better one. Oh, not same, samesies.
We need a dice jail.
10.
10. So as you're speaking to a lot of people, there's like a crypticness to what they were saying. They were saying, well, if you seek to raise the dead, I guess you go to Thay. Almost with sarcasm that you weren't able to read through, being so young. And also, unfortunately, Dranisha, you just also weren't reading through
I
it.
did not care.
No. So this has brought you guys through a lot of people sarcastically saying you should go in this direction to this land, upon which you guys have been in this this wood. You guys were told you were in a town called Seneroth, south of here, from what you know. And the people of Seneroth almost laughed at the idea of you guys going into Thay proper and attempting to navigate this terrain. And they said, well, if you're looking for some answers, maybe check out the Petrified Forest first. And this is called the Petrified Forest in town, but it's also known as Ganathwood.
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 2 words or 1?
One word, Ganathwood. But now people just call it the Petrified Forest because apparently it's lost its original meaning, whatever that was. You guys have been here for a week, just killing undead after undead after undead.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, essentially. And then sometimes you leave some over for Dranisha just to like finish them off and
Breathe
chop off.
fire on them. Fry them.
It's pretty smelly when you do that, though.
It is smelly.
We try to avoid that if we can.
You're close to what you believe to be the heart of the forest and some answers that you're seeking.
Do you know what might be edible around here?
I think everything's dead.
Everything petrified.
All right, let's take
Different
an
than
inventory. Who has food? Who has water?
I do as well. We have those rain catchers, and I had made sure to
Do
keep
have
some.
water.
And I think we have some...
It does look like it might rain in a little bit.
It looks very dark.
I don't have any food.
I do not have food.
I think I might have
I have
some
some to share.
rations.
Yeah. I have rations as well.
Oops.
You guys all start to take out your food and your rations. As you're doing so, Rowan, you're carrying a berry, and you just have it in your hand. As you, it just falls out, and the moment it hits the ground, turns into dust.
Well, I can find food and water for me and 5 others every day.
Every day.
That's what it says on my thing that I wrote. So I can do that.
Oh, you'll come in very handy. Are you What's your goals being down here? Mainly to help?
Do we know who killed your brother?
We know who killed him.
Are we trying to find?
No, I don't want to go near the beholder, but I want to bring him back, and I need to get powerful enough to do that. And they said if I come over this direction, that someone might. This is how I learned.
Okay.
It seems like a pretty dangerous place for a child.
Well, I want to bring
very
wrath
dark.
down on anyone who destroyed my homeland, so I just seek out those people and I kill them. So.
Have you heard of the Soulmonger?
The soulmonger. Does that have to do with the death curse?
It does. Yes.
We've been on a quest to find and kill or distract the Soulmonger. Perhaps we could put that on pause and help her here and perhaps come across a way to also two birds, one stone.
I would rather stay on our course, but there's no.
You're very
Yeah,
far
there's no
away.
direction for us to go.
You're very far away from Cholt. You're like on the other side of the world from Cholt.
Did you just open up a portal through the world?
I think so.
Fell out on the other side.
I hate her. God, I hate her.
Were you
Then
on
there must be
another
a way to go
round?
back.
Do you guys want to make an Arcana check to see exactly what happened, maybe, and how this could
Probably not me.
I'll
Another
make an
-1.
have magic?
14. 21.
21.
I'm not even gonna try.
I could tell that it was smart.
Incredibly confused about how you're here, but you know that you're here now and that you're alive and you're breathing, and it feels like you're in the right, like in an actual world. Like you can feel the earth and you can see the sky. Rowan, you take a moment and you like focus and you think to yourself, well, I've heard about this spell before. I think I've seen this, even though this was done differently. There was a different imprint in the style of the spell. It wasn't the way I've seen it used. But back where you're from, a long time ago, you had seen something similar, a circle that was ever glowing, that if someone stepped into it would transport them to somewhere else. Now, you were never allowed to go, but your elders and others of the forest were. And they would always come back with supplies. It seemed to be some sort of way to teleport to a location. You had also seen somebody create it and then quickly and abruptly leave. And you know that if someone's incredibly familiar with the spell and familiar with a location, there's a chance that they can just uproot and send somebody to a location. And that's what you think that she might have done since she set the circle around you guys.
I believe we've fallen through some sort of teleportation circle. I haven't come across this in many, many years, since I was a wee lass, actually. Very fond memories watching others fall through and coming back with all sorts of magical supplies you've never seen the likes of before. I think that's how we got here, which means there is a way to get back. We need to figure out how to get back and where exactly to find the circle, because to my recollection, it's not a straight line, like the circle wouldn't be right here. Perhaps in the meantime, we could assist our new friends and keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to a teleportation circle back to Choke.
You look up as Rowan's finishing her statement. You see a bird that should be a crow, but is an undead crow. It just flies across.
Let's see if I can talk with an undead crow. I'd like to speak with animals.
You speak to animals.
Roll an intelligence check. Roll an intelligence check.
Does it still have a voice?
18.
18. As you attempt to speak to the animal, you realize that, I guess trying to speak to an animal that isn't an animal anymore and it's just a bunch of bones might not work. As you just see it and you kind of sigh to yourself.
But it might be good for bone broth.
I would like to get out of here as soon as possible. I don't like
It
this
might be a
place.
little old for bone broth.
Can anyone bring things back to life?
No.
Then she could speak to it.
Well, we can't.
Unfortunately, we're not very highly skilled yet.
That's unfortunate.
How long has it been dead?
You don't know. But it seems to have perched nearby one of the petrified trees, kind of gnarled, very like a Nightmare Before Christmas feel. As you guys are approaching all the trees around the corner, you can see them all kind of twisted and turned black and blue and dark. You guys have been somehow brought into an area that's slightly cleared. But you do see a lot of different bones kind of scattered about. And Moira, after being grabbed that way, you have a very instinctual feeling that you never know what could come out of the ground here.
We should move. I don't like this place.
Do you
It's
know
been
how
tainted.
deep into the forest we are?
You guys do. You have been traveling for a full week, sometimes in circles, but you feel like you're getting closer and closer to something that would be the equivalent of the heart of the forest, which is where, quote unquote, the answers are, according to these strange people from this town where Dranisha doesn't remember much because she was drinking, and you remembered partially because...
We've been journeying here for a week, and we're getting, I feel it. I feel like we're getting closer to the destination that will teach me what I need to know.
Okay, well, in the meantime, I suppose we'll join them.
From the deep northwest location, that's where that tiered plateau is. There's a very distinct looking tiered plateau. And as you guys are looking at it, it's hard to see because of how dark it is and how it's getting closer to night, but you guys have seen this before too. You guys know that you had to keep walking and keeping that area in the northwest. You guys came from the south. And you had been walking and then you had lost your path and gone to the right a bit, and then you had gone to the left. But right now, directionally, you're kind of in a place where you know you don't want to go to the south. You have already traversed enough of the northwest area that you feel like you have searched it. But you're kind of instinctually like, okay, should I go north or should I go west, excuse me.
We've covered the south. We feel like we should probably maybe go north or west. What do you think, Dranisha?
I think you're the smarter of the two.
Of us?
Yes,
But sometimes your boobs tell us where to go.
they do.
They do.
Do you want me to check them? I think that maybe not yet.
I sure would
Okay.
like to know about these magic
I'm
books.
going to take a moment to say a quick prayer to Helm and hope that he'd help me, because all my shit's been turned upside down.
You know what?
Make
While
a
you're
religion
doing
check
that,
as you just pray.
I'm a
quickly.
pray to Lathander.
Perfect. We're
Okay,
a
great.
praying
I
team.
have no god.
This is actually a good point to mention. As a DM, I'm a bit. I play a little bit to my own rules as well as like the pre-established rules, and I allow anytime somebody follows a god to make a divine intervention check. Like so, like at any point, if you guys want to attempt to reach your god, even if you're level 1, you do have to roll 99. Like you have to roll like the hardest thing. This happened a week ago in one of my campaigns where somebody actually was 3rd level and spoke to their god.
What the
But it changed the whole campaign. It was so fun.
Well,
so
I got an
if you
8.
pray to a god, okay.
What do we roll? A d20?
Never mind. For if you want to attempt to speak to your god, like personally, and ask for guidance and help, you're going to want to roll a percentile die. So that's going to be,
I did not roll percentile die.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
roll
yeah.
a
And then
20.
you're going to want to roll it.
This
18.
one? Do I roll this one?
Yeah, that's correct.
89.
89.
Yeah.
And what do you add?
And what's your first roll?
I rolled an 80.
And then roll again. Yeah, you have to be level 20.
I rolled an 80 again.
88. So, if you were level 12, you'd be lucky. However, you guys take a moment as you focus and you pray, and you just channel, and you both feel a close presence of your god. You can tell that there's a warmth and there's an energy there, and especially since you follow a specific god that would at least be able to guide you through some sort of terrain like this, and yours is the god of light. So as you're channeling and trying to find light in the darkness, you guys feel a comfort and a presence, like you're going to be taken care of, even though they're not there and not able to actually interact.
Helm's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know where you are. Thanks, Helm.
Yeah, Helm sounds just like that.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down.
In my
Continue.
Helm is a dude, bro.
He's Aaron
Sorry,
Paul in
Helm.
Breaking Bad.
Hey!
I think,
Oh, no.
Dranisha, I
What have
think
I
we
done?
should continue north.
Why?
That's the way we're going, and I know we don't want to go south.
Okay, let's go north.
And so, no, I just pick one.
I believe you.
Okay.
I'm a little drunk, so you know.
I'm glad that you listen to me and that you respect my opinion.
I do. Smart little person.
So just so I have
Yeah,
this
but
all
that's fine.
straight,
Yes.
Oh God.
we're giving up the pursuit
For now.
of the soul.
Because
Well,
we're...
We're like
I don't know
on
where
the other
we are.
side of the world.
We need to find
So
teleport transportation circle.
yeah.
Perhaps this giant plateau, if we got to the top of it, we could see if there was anything nearby.
Great idea.
Should we head for the plateau?
Is that north?
Would you rather
It
go
is
north?
northwest.
Would you rather go due north?
If you guys want to go, do you want us to come with you? Are we friends now? Is that what's happening?
Sure.
Any friend of
yes.
Farron is a friend of ours.
That's true. We loved your brother. Oh, please don't cry. Oh,
Don't
God.
cry. You can cry on the far if you have to.
Okay, first thing you have to learn, the more powerful you get, the more powerful you are over your emotions. So no crying.
Oh, that mastery. It is okay to feel sad, but
In private.
everything will work out again. Not in private. You can be sad whenever you want, wherever you want, but
I kind of like you. Should we go northwest with them?
I think what's on the plateau?
You guys have seen this kind of during clearings, during days that is a bit brighter. Like, there's a very specific time in the morning that you're like, oh, that's what morning is here. Which is when it's like a haze and slightly red in the sky. And it picks up on the plateau in the distance. It's a 3-tiered plateau from what you can tell. It kind of almost juts up in certain ways, and it's very hard to see. But right around like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. in the morning, you guys are able to look out and you see what appears to be small kind of cities that are built like on the side of the towns, and then you see one specific area that kind of juts up, and it looks like almost like little pokes around the outside of it, like almost like a horn that come out the sides, and then it almost builds back up, and there's more horns, and then it builds all the way back up, and there's like some sort of dark shape, like a circular shape, but it's very hard to see from here. But there's a very distinct looking tower. Far in the distance.
Can I use
it looks
my
interesting.
eagle eyes?
Let's go there.
Look, how far
On the
away is
plantain?
it?
It's about 3 days journey.
So I cannot see shit with my eagle eyes. No.
You take a moment to focus your eagle eyes, and you get like a very hazy kind of visage of what that would be during the day, like that perfect prime time.
Have we come from there ever before?
No.
We should go see what the fuck is there.
Let's do
Let's
it.
go. We might be walking into a battle, but that's okay. I want to go.
Perhaps we should look for a safe cave to spend the night along the way.
Is it? Wait, what time is it?
6 p.m.
Morning. Oh,
6 p.m.
Oh.
Evening.
Well, should we?
We should get going.
Is there
I don't like
ever,
it too.
there's sometimes kind of light.
It's only
Red sky.
Yeah, a
8
red
to-
sky, and it's never light. It's just a red sky that illuminates the backdrop of this land. It's otherwise dark and black. And you notice lately that the moment that you stepped into here, that dark and black, and that almost the place that seems like it's trying to get even deeper and darker and lack light is the direction that everyone's pointing in, the northwest, where that tower is.
It's darker there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
I
scary.
can see in the dark.
I start
up to
walking
60
that way.
feet.
You can?
So I can lead us.
I can too.
Excellent.
And then I can see, up to a mile with no difficulty.
That's
The certain features no more than 100 feet away. Dim light doesn't. Never mind.
fantastic. So you guys are
It
going to
doesn't
be
impose
walking to
disadvantage.
the north or the west or the northwest. Which direction do you guys
Towards
choose?
the
Tower.
Toward
The northwest?
That would be the
scary place.
northwest.
Yes.
it's
The
a plateau.
Because what else is
The
around?
tower on the plateau.
Yeah, the village. Yes.
That way.
All right.
Oh no, I don't
So-
like her face.
What are we going to do? Stay here now.
She goes,
I'll have you guys make a party order. Let me know like the way that you're all walking in. Sorry, I just hit my mic.
They're probably ahead.
Lala
They're
and
lead.
Lilith are in the lead.
Okay.
I'm going to be right
I'll
behind
probably-
them.
I walk faster than everyone.
but I'm with you, so and I'm with
Lala first?
Tiny Lynn.
She's hovering like just
I
over
see.
my
So it's like the two of you guys together. I got it.
I want to
got
be
it.
right behind them.
All right. So then we're gonna have Moira right behind,
Ready to punch.
and then party
My
order. The
speed
three of
is
you guys?
40 feet. I walk
Ah.
faster.
I'm on his shoulder, on her.
His? Have you seen this? What you call his?
I'm on her back. Oops.
Dranisha is a different character.
That is a different guy. It's my brother. My brother. Okay? I'm in exile. I'll kill him if I see him.
Okay. So
Granish, go.
I'll bring up the rear.
okay. So you're.
I'm on her
I have
back.
to walk so
Sounds good.
slow with you people. Okay.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. My horse, so they hurt people a lot. In the bedroom, very dangerous. But also useful.
So as you guys all start to like kind of almost like
D&D.
get into a party order, kind of like you start to traverse through this terrain and not step on these bones that seem to be not beckoning to be disturbed. You can tell too that there's no layer of dust on them, almost as if they're asking you to come say hello, and you're very heightened, and you guys as well. As you're walking through this forest for the next hour or two, can you tell us some stories from your previous skeleton interactions?
Well, we saw some skeletons. We broke their bones, some of them.
Are they hard to kill?
They're not that hard
Not
to
for
kill.
me.
No, she's very strong. She'll just like light them on fire. As I said, it's smelly. Sometimes I'll take my short sword that I inherited from Farron and I'll slice them. And sometimes, you know, I just do my magic.
And sometimes I just snap them in half.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, there's been a lot of them, but it hasn't been such an issue yet.
No.
And there was one very handsy skeleton that
I didn't know if I should kill or not because I was kind of enjoying it.
And I said, I
Let's be
kill him.
honest.
So I killed him.
Yes, but I was enjoying till then.
many stories as you guys are hearing the deep descriptions.
Rethinking our choices here.
As you guys are hearing the stories of these skeletons and the things. And from what you can tell and what you can gather, they haven't just killed like humanoid bodies. There's been smaller ones, there's been larger ones, there's been things that were shaped with broader shoulders and straight snouts. And as you guys are starting to kind of, it's a good word, right? Schnauts, I'll use it more.
Not snout, but schnaut.
Schnaut.
Different in this world.
Yes.
Schnaut.
As you guys are walking through, you guys start to realize that the terrain becomes a little bit more heavy in terms of the amount of skeletons present. And you guys are having more and more trouble not stepping on them as you guys are moving half speed.
Do they look like they might be other adventurers?
Make a perception check.
Okie dokie. Not very perceptive.
It's a kind
We saw another bird!
as a forest, right?
It's a 6.
This actually technically wouldn't because it's dead.
I'm seeing a lot of birds here.
Well, I'd like to. Nope, never mind.
Did you see that bird?
I was gonna say one of the skeletons.
What?
But I rolled a 9.
A 9? Okay. And what did you roll?
6.
Okay. Yep, you just are seeing that dead bird. And 12?
That bird again.
I found a rock!
You're not as distracted by the bird, but like you definitely like feel like whatever bones are here, you're not curious about. You're just like, I don't want to disturb this.
Do I see any bones that have weapons with them?
Make an investigation check.
She wants to pick up the...
Oh, this.
17. Okay.
My best.
As you guys are walking and pressing forward, you're looking actively. Like you're on the back of Dranishka and you're like Hawkeyes, And though it's getting darker and darker and it's pressing closer towards true night here, you see a glimmer and a gleam. Not far away from here. Somewhere off in the distance, right by one of these petrified trees. You catch that there seems to be a large pile of bones in front of it. And as you're looking, you see some sort of shiny object. And you see that it has stabbed through some sort of carcass, some sort of rib. But there is a gorgeous looking item there.
What is it?
It's hard to see from this distance. You'd have to get closer.
Dranishka, take me over there.
Okay. I walk her over there.
Okay.
What do you see?
I'm going to follow.
Half
It's not
speed,
going off
20
alone.
feet.
Wait, can I have you guys make a stealth check as you're walking?
Oh,
Jesus.
boy.
I'm not the
The
stealthiest
ones-
sometimes.
Just the two people breaking party, or
Right? Wait.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did
You
not
do?
do
Okay,
well.
then you too.
13?
Follow
13.
9.
9. Okay, so
Six.
you're slowly 6.
Wait.
13 for me, I kill you.
19.
And,
Okay.
and I'm usually stealthy, but I didn't do so well.
Wait,
So
I didn't notice, and I was just saying, Dranishka, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find what that thing has, and then I'm gonna make it my minion.
So, as the two of you guys are just normally walking forward, you suddenly sense that Moira has dropped back, even though the two of you guys are at the top of the party. You guys step back and you realize that all of your friends, without telling you, have started walking off to the left-hand side. So
Communication, people.
Oh no.
yes.
oh, what is
Nap
happening?
time, nap time.
Wait,
Nap
that made me
time.
nervous.
That should always make you nervous. All right.
God.
Where
All
are
right,
we?
can I get everyone's minis? This is gonna be, you're coming from this section. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, he's on a little stick.
Yeah, because I'm flying.
That's perfect. What is that big thing?
What order where?
All right, so party order, because it was broken. Lala
Okay.
and Lilith,
My other
you
one
guys
was
are going
this
to be half speed behind, so it's going to be 20 feet behind everybody else.
What if I'm flying?
Is this?
If you're flying, your
That's
speed
me.
is not yet half, so because you are a flying one.
35.
But when
I
you
think
were
I was
on
supposed to
Lilith,
be
you
the
were
one
going
on
her
this
same speed. But
I
if you
wasn't walking with her.
you were flying next to her?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then you're completely fine.
5, 10,
Fantastic.
15, 20.
All
And
right.
then we're up. We've gone ahead over here.
Yes, you guys have essentially they were walking forward and then suddenly realized they couldn't hear any crunching of feet steps behind them as they all turned behind and saw that you guys were 20 feet to the left of them as you guys were all starting to walk closer and closer. So, as you guys are approaching this area, you suddenly hear a rumble underneath your feet.
Oh no.
As you can sense that whatever's protecting the shiny object
Oh no.
was hoping that you would walk in that direction.
Why did you have to
It was
get...
so pretty. I thought it was gonna help us.
I'd like to make an Arcana check.
Unfortunately, as you're attempting to investigate, from the bones, you see them start to all rumble and kind of shake as they all start to form
I'm going to
into the bodies. As you see them all start to walk
Brace
forward.
yourself.
Do I have a second to cast a spell?
No.
God damn
You guys were just walking forward.
Oh.
As you guys sense, and I'm gonna have to step by you.
Go
darling.
ahead.
Boobs amuck.
It's alright.
Do you want to?
They're taped in there. They're not coming out.
Closer
I
to
should
you.
have gotten that one. Yeah, closer to me is always great. But I don't wanna steal that.
What the fuck is this?
All right. As these beings are starting to walk forward, you see the skeleton form, not this form, of something that looks kind of broad-shouldered with a large head that cracks. This gigantic horn kind of come each side. It's kind of like what I look like right now, except with bones. And then it juts out from the center. It's this humongous great axe, just kind of.
Oh no.
I have great
Is
eyes.
it a giant? Oh no, it's not. Oh god.
So, let's roll initiative. Let's do this.
Lala, should we just hightail it in the other direction?
No, I'm not
Please.
friends. All right.
I thought we liked each other.
I'm out,
I thought we were
you.
friends at this point.
I'm out.
What did you do?
His dice isn't working for me. It goes to grab anyone.
I'm out.
It was
all
a
y'all.
joke, Moira.
I don't understand jokes. I'm a noble woman. I never learned.
Roll
Yes,
a
I
20.
did. I did that 11. Yeah.
4.
Oh, you did that 4?
I'm not doing so
Hold
well
those in your
today.
head as I am going to go around the. All right. So, let's start on the left with Lilith. What was your
19.
initiative? 19. And what's your dex modifier?
Dex modify 5.
5. Cool. Well, that's great.
No.
Hey.
2.
Dex
Oh.
modifier.
Why?
That's a very high
Oh,
dex
got
modifier.
it.
Okay, great.
These are not the
Moira?
first ones. Please
13.
13. Okay.
That's a lot.
Lala?
What's
10.
10. And then on the left over here.
Me? I had in 11. My
11.
dex is +1.
Okay. Nishka, you guys?
4. Plus
Okay.
2.
4.
7.
Fauna and 7. And what's your dex modifier?
Mine wasn't lowest.
Me dex modifier is 2.
2. Alrighty. Alright, you guys. First battle of the whole season. I'm
ready to fight
something. Yes. Okay, so
I know.
these two bodies come out from the ground, reassembling themselves. The skeletons almost reforming with their heads, their arms kind of reaching out to you guys. You can sense right away that whatever you guys have stepped into, there's skeletons have not yet been disturbed because whoever has previously walked here has apparently been slain with the beautiful sword through them. All right, so first off, Lilith, you're first. What do you want to do?
My God.
I'm all the way in the back there.
You are, unfortunately.
You can move though.
I am going to move forward
Okay.
to Patriots.
All right.
I'm going to cast a stinking cloud.
You're doing stinking clown.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes I make
Stinking cloud.
We'll be
Is
friends.
it a save on their part?
Yes.
And what would the save be?
Constitution, right?
Constitution save.
Sorry, I don't know.
No,
it's
it's
not
fine.
my style.
It is.
Yes. So as you cast out the stinking cloud, you take a moment, you focus this poisonous, dirty air. You suddenly realize
Accurate.
they don't breathe
Ah, shit.
as the air just kind of dissipates through them.
Wait, Kelen, can I do something?
Yes.
Your
Hard.
hair's rubbing the mic.
Thank you. It's hard having long, luscious locks like you, Lilith. All
You'll
right.
get used to it.
Protect your mics.
Protect your
Real
legs.
hair.
I'm glad I cut
My
off my
real
hair.
hair, yes.
Great.
My natural
So,
hair.
unfortunately, and I just hit my mic again with my hand, but unfortunately, with that first interaction, you had realized that the air itself had dissipated around them and they were not affected by the spell.
Okay.
Bonus action?
I do, but I'm curious as to what kind of creatures these are.
Skeleton-like creatures. Skeleton-like.
So
is what
will our like a crossbow, will that do anything?
you can tell. You can try. How's Lilith feeling? What does she want to do?
I mean, I'm gonna use my crossbow.
Okay,
I like
solid.
crossbow.
You knock it. You get it ready. Which one do you want to shoot?
Oh,
One in the front.
this one.
All right,
Yes.
front left. All right, solid.
Okay, so 15 to hit.
That'll hit. As you can see, the crossbow knock into the body.
And 6.
And what type of is that piercing damage with the crossbow, or is it bludgeoning? I just forget.
Piercing.
Thank you.
Pierce, yeah.
All right, 6. So you take a moment, and you can see the body, the rib in itself, the crossbow just cracks straight through it. As you see it its steps start tumbling. You can tell that it's been affected by what you did. As you can tell that it's not in best shape. Moving along. Nice, Lilith. Great. Right away. The one with the great axe is stepping behind the other two. As you just starts to run
Come
forward.
here, big boy.
Straight for you.
Oh.
Should have passed.
Shit.
So, this massive sword axe, it's hard to tell because it almost looks like it's rigged to be both, sweeps down right against you. All right, and what is your AC?
13.
Okay, 13. Right as it's starting to step towards you, you see the axe come up. You're able to step aside for a moment as you see the back of it, apparently, just able to smack down on you, almost again as if it's been rigged to use in this manner. So that is going to be Mrs. First attack. All right, so that is 6 piercing damage on the back end of that. But then you also realize that whatever had been pushed down upon you, I need you to take I need a strength saving throw from you, please.
Is that D20?
And your strength modifier.
Strength 16.
Okay. You take 11 more piercing damage as you feel the back of this weapon slice into your core. You almost can't breathe as you just push yourself off of it, realizing that this thing was attempting to slide you back. You're able to withstand the pressure of this thing attempting to push you away and knock you down. But you're strong right now, and you're resilient and able to withstand that. So that happens with you. Moira, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's not right at all.
I'm going to, can I, is Dranisha within a couple feet of me, can I touch her?
She is not far. You guys were all walking up together, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take my turn to move to her and touch her and cast Protection from Good and Evil.
You feel this surge through your back, and you suddenly feel really good. Thank you.
Undead have disadvantage on attacking her.
I'm
Attacking you. Yeah.
So is my turn?
That's
No,
going to
it's-
be what you do with your action, correct?
Wow.
Okay, great.
Good friend
Any bonus
there.
action there? No.
well-
Usually paladins don't have much, but I'm asking just in
No.
case. Lay on hands. Anything like that.
Not really.
It's action.
Going to use my bonus action to ensnaring strike my scimitar.
Okay, great. So you prep your weapon, get it ready, and hope that you're able to kind of slow some of these down next round. Okay, great. That is your turn, but it's Dranisha's turn.
It is my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. And fire breath cannot be used first time?
First, you can use your
Because
fire
if I want to do damage before I get, closer.
You can.
You can run forward and let out that breath if you want.
Because
You're
it's
feeling
5
good
by
right now.
30.
Yeah.
Or is better hand axe, great axe.
Well, with the fire, you could get.
No, it's a straight line.
You could probably
not
get
cone.
two. You could probably get two of them.
Let's do that. I
All
want to do
right,
that.
Dranishka, you're running forward.
Shit.
Do you want to get the
makes
two
me
on the
very
left or the two? She's good over
Which
there.
one has
Great.
damage for?
That one. Yeah, the one over there has the damage on it already.
This one
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to go the ones with the damage.
Yep. Sounds
That's
good.
Roll this.
Yeah, and I think they make a for your fire breath. I think it's a saving throw, unless it's a roll
Dex
to hit.
save bonus
Yep.
action.
So it's for me.
50.
And
Okay.
it's only your bonus action.
So I don't do nothing.
Yeah, that's a fail. And
Wait, what? Am I raging or cannot rage yet?
Your rage would have to be your bonus action, but if you're using your fire breath for your bonus action, that's what you're going to be doing this round. You can rage next turn. But
Okay.
you still have your action, because this is a bonus action. So you
Oh.
can still slice at them, you just won't have rage.
Okay. So now I use my great axe.
Okay, great. So you let out your breath. As you can see, this large fire sort of come out, illuminate the whole petrified forest. As you realize that when there's light presence, there's actually much more to see. As you can just see it slice and lick against the body of this strange beast and whatever's behind it. Can I have you roll damage?
Yes.
Wait.
No. Which one?
It should be for your fire breath.
Listen,
I think
it's
it's
fine.
2d8.
It's. I'm drunk, apparently still. Fire breath. They say 1, 2D. That's in a rage.
Yeah, I think your fire breath is a 2d8 damage, but I'm
But
gonna
I
double
do not
check.
have. Why not have?
We should
My
have
memory
written that
serves me
down.
correctly.
Yes. 2 damage in rage.
Dragonborns.
We did not write because
Fuck it.
I was
This is
okay.
the fun thing about it
see a
too. You
character
don't even have to worry.
This one.
32.
This is all learning.
We'll see if my memory is good. Depends on what level you're at.
Welcome to D.
Level 6.
Welcome to D&D.
Right?
Yeah, and you are going to be doing what color
I'm
dragon
brass.
are you, honey? You're brass.
That's
It's gonna
why.
be fire damage. This is fire damage.
No, I'm resist. Yeah, no, I'm
And it
resistant to
is-
fire.
And you're
Yes.
but you're causing fire damage.
2d6.
2d6.
This
So
one.
2 of
No.
those.
And you're at 6 level,
Please.
right? So it's
Two of
3.
those.
3d6 because of your level.
Oh.
3d6 to fire damage.
Yeah.
Ay.
14.
You could do that
Fire
fast.
damage.
She's smart, this little girl.
It's fine.
As you see your breath lick and completely decimate the one over here. Just
I should have written
bones
down
and
my
ash and crumbled and
Hey,
Perfect, first death of the game.
She's been doing that a lot.
The other one,
do
the larger beast, who you had licked the flames against, does not seem to be as damaged. Just this breath just goes through it, but you can see that its bones are starting to get charred. It's starting to eat away at it a little bit, but it's still standing strong. All right, moving along. Lala.
All right. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the big guy.
Okay, you do so.
And I'm going to shoot him with my long bow. With the natural 20.
That's funny. That is funny.
So you just want me to roll one of these, right?
Yes, and then multiply that by 2, then add your proficiency.
So
Your bonus, excuse me.
it's 4, so then 8, and then 4,
4.
so 12.
12.
And then
Solid.
Hunter's Mark damage is 6, so 18 points of damage.
Nice. And this is piercing?
Yes.
All right. As you can feel the very specific kind of aim of your small form from a distance, but this is your strength distance, as you're able to focus and you just release as you see it go through the air right into the face of this creature. You notice that it had already been weak. So as you have jutted through part of its face, its whole cheekbone had just fallen out as it's now crumbling against the ground. And it almost hits other parts of its body as it's falling through the inside of what it had been reformed on.
Okay,
Not
great. I'm
so
gonna shoot it
cheeky
again.
now,
Yeah,
huh?
do it.
I'm shooting it again with a 21 to hit.
21 to hit, that'll hit.
And he's going to take 5 points, and then another 6 points, so another 11 points of damage.
All right.
Are you just shooting from here?
I have to go as fast as her next time.
I can fly. I'm up. I'm tall.
Maybe next game.
You take a secondary aim.
Hello.
You release.
Become very, very.
As it slices once more into the beast. You almost make a perfect little cheekbone-less beast creature as you had hit the other side of it. Now, no cheekbones, barely a jaw that's attempting to stay together as the eyes are just looking through to you. Slight little flecks of life had been reformed within it, but it's still there with its arms and its body, ready to go. All right,
Sounds like one of my exes.
Rowan.
No, just how he looks.
Is the sky very stormy?
Is he what?
Is the sky
Oh,
stormy?
it's very stormy.
I would like to call lightning.
All right, you summon from
I
above,
summon lightning from above.
and that's
and
a
I
save.
put it right. It's a save. On
Right
the
on
other
the-
side of those two within range.
Solid. All right.
So-
says dex save, and what do they have to make?
3,
What's your spell save DC?
yes.
It's such a bad.
14.
They don't save either of them. If you're calling in ricocheting it, if you're doing a one spot lightning, I think it's on the one in the back.
9
9 points.
damage.
Solid. as you see the sky summit above, the dark clouds forming and getting pulled almost right above Rowan. As you can just see, as with one fist she lets go, and you just see it cascade and ricochet, and once more shimmer through the sky and hit this creature. It's like you guys are bringing light to a forest of darkness. Certainly a presence being made, but it's nice to be able to see and also kill. So, solid. Good job. Still standing, still alive. And do you wish to do anything with your bonus?
Can I do it again?
Call lightning is an action. It can only be done once, unfortunately.
Sorry, what are
If
my
it
bonuses?
says-
If your circle of the
If
moon,
it
you
says-
technically could turn into an animal on your bonus action.
Yeah.
Always remember that.
I don't know this underworld that well.
So you're gonna hold your bonus?
I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
hold my
All right,
bonus.
sounds good. Moving along. The one that you had just, unfortunately, fought over the 4. The other skeleton that kind of has been reformed just starts to make its way forward. It's gonna go towards Dranisha.
No, it's not.
It's going to attempt to hit you, but it has disadvantage.
It has disadvantage.
So, I rolled a natty 20, but because of disadvantage, I rolled a 5. So, that is a 9 to hit.
what I'm here
It does not hit with your armor class, as you kind of just attempt to almost like it itself is drunk off your presence, cannot slice forward.
Aura of drunkenness.
And it
There should
misses
be
you.
something out of drunkenness.
Is it
Your
my
turn, Fauna.
I
There's
was
nothing
thinking
in
about
this.
turning
Speaking of.
the undead, destroying the undead. I'm wondering if I should save that.
The undead?
Because they look pretty hurt already.
Yeah, right now the larger beast, as you're staring at it, almost faceless, it looks like it's also in pretty rough shape.
Wait, I could just take them out right now. I could. What level are they?
They seem to be fairly tangible
Challenge
levels.
rating.
They're all under 2. That helps.
But they aren't. Okay, then I probably won't destroy them. But I'm gonna do it. I got a channel divinity.
All right.
Lathander, if you please get these scary dudes away from us, please. They have to do a wisdom save.
Yeah, that's great. Alrighty. Wisdom save.
Against the 14.
13 and a 12, and with the negative modifiers, unfortunately, do not make it.
Sweet.
So
now, if they're half a challenge rating or lower, they die. But if not, then they are turned. So
yeah.
it must spend its turns trying to move as far away from us as it can.
Yeah. So as you pray to Lathander, after seeing light from a friend of yours with the fire dragon breath, and then the light from the lightning, you're just like, yeah, more light. And so you pray to your god, and as she does so, you see a small, faint, maybe 4 to 5 inch break in the sky. As this piercing bright light juts down and just slams into the top of the skeleton and just decimates it and everything around it, where you can see that all the bones have been turned into nothing but dark ash around it. As that
was talking and she laughed. It's funny.
One single.
as that one had been affected, the cheek boneless beast, as it gets shot with this similar ricochet of energy, it kind of reforms, and then you see its eyes, the whiteness, the blue within them turn into this bright white as it like screams within inside of it and turns and starts to run. You're gonna have an opportunity of attack against it as it runs away as quickly as it can.
I'm going to use my.
It's actually gonna be on the edge of the map because of how fast it's running.
I'm going to use my bonus. Oh, I still have a bonus.
Yeah,
Right?
use your bonus, but also you have an opportunity of attack. Hold on to that, and don't forget as you do your bonus action.
Okay.
As she kills it, we'll say.
As it's running away, I will call my spiritual weapon,
All right, great.
the Golden Phoenix,
Yeah.
and it's gonna fly down at him. What do I have to do here?
Golden Phoenix.
I have to
Find
roll
it.
to hit.
I did have a pretty cool. This is not a beautiful phoenix. I had a better one. I think it fell
I
somewhere
don't think
within
I
my
hit
mini
it,
case.
though.
So it's like a kind of scary looking goblin for now.
I didn't hit it.
As you attempt to.
Appropriate to this area.
Yes, like into this area.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. So you attempt
Oh,
to
wait,
swing
no.
and hit.
I rolled 11.
An 11 to hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, misses as.
Oh, wait, that's a 15, not a 5. Did I move it?
I don't think you did.
Did you?
No, I hit it. Okay, cool.
solid.
Right? No one? Anyone in chat? Did anyone see me move it? I don't think I did. Okay, 21.
21 hit. That will hit. Roll for damage.
Okay.
None of us saw, so yes.
You saw nothing.
6.
6. All right, you see your spiritual, you guys all have not seen this yet, but you see this young girl after jutting down this bright white light and just like decimating a skeleton, suddenly make a quick prayer as you see a bird appear out of nowhere, kind of medium in shape, but this beautiful looking bird with these large, almost electric looking wings that are bursting into fire that just are pure radiant light energy as it just slowly dives and claws the back of this creature. You can see that the bones, every time it touches it, crumble away as if you're touching something that is almost like a crumble cake. It's just falling apart in your hand as this phoenix is just clawing at its back. Yeah, Rowan likes that one. As it's just falling apart. You can see that its backbones now are falling as you see the ribs starting to fall forward. Right now, only the inside kind of keeping it together with its legs and its arms. All right, it's in rough shape. Nice. And your bonus action, you can use the weapon that you have at your ready to shoot.
I'm going to use my light crossbow.
All right.
Oh no. That's a nat 1.
And now what?
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, I thought it was a 7.
Put it in dice jail.
So as you are experiencing this whole new sensation, the you felt like you were at home for a bit. It was so dark and nice and a little scary feeling, and you're like, this is.
Nothing really scares me.
Yeah, this is nice. And so, though you were getting ready to shoot back, you realize that this bright white energy, you just have to end up putting your hands against your eyes, and you unfortunately lose your reaction as well as your bonus action for the next turn, but you still have your action. All right?
Action.
You still have your action, but you lose your bonus action because you don't have, you've essentially just been shooken up a little bit from this experience.
Okay.
Ones. I love them. All right, moving on to the top. Lil, this is your turn, so your actions first.
All right, I'm going to use a fireball.
Okay, great.
I like this girl.
All right. It's a roll to hit, if I'm not mistaken, for a fireball. Or is it a dex save?
It's for you. It's
Oh, it's a dex save.
Yep. 15 saving throw. Right.
So with the 2, yeah.
Did I roll a d20? I've never used a fireball.
No,
before.
fireball should be a fireball or firebolt.
Fireball.
Fireball. I think that's a
Bead.
8d6. Well, let me double check.
Oh yeah, it's her necklace. She has like a necklace.
It's a necklace.
Oh, you have
And
your
the
fireball
little
necklace.
gems, if you pry them out and throw
Oh,
them.
that's
Throw
a roll.
it. It's a fireball.
Yeah.
Solid. Yeah, fireball should be 8d6
I have a
damage.
bracelet.
8.
Yeah, and if they fell.
D6. Can I get some d6s? That was not a roll.
Here's 4.
Got it.
You
Oh,
have 8?
I need 2 more.
How many? 2?
Yeah, that's all. What? Kill it, kill it.
All right.
Yeah, this is gonna destroy it. For sure.
We'll see.
15.
Hey, smarty pants.
I can't see
Do your
it.
fast
10,
31.
31.
She's got it.
I can't put fingers,
So,
just because.
as you take a moment, Lilith, being frustrated by light, you suddenly get inspired by it. And you're like, okay, I get the game. And you take out your necklace, and you toss it, and you throw it right in the direction of this beast as it's just running away. You channel it, you just close your eyes, and you just throw it, blocking the light away. However, it hits right front and center of it as you see swarm, this engulfment of this fire, not just burn down this beast, but the other petrified wood around it, as it just goes up in ash and smoke, creating a clearing of about 30 to 30 feet wide, right before the shiny object that you see in the distance. So you guys take a moment to breathe. The black smoke kind of everywhere, this ash from all of the disturbance of the ground. You guys can breathe, realizing that you have, and your spiritual weapon still floating, the phoenix kind of subtly around where this one's was.
Wow.
That was a
You're the
good
most
battle.
impressive cleric I've ever met.
You
Why,
are.
thank you.
That'd be so nice.
I really spent a lot of time in the Temple of Lathander recently, as you can imagine. So I'm pretty powerful is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you are. It's true.
Are there any bodies? Are they all just
It
incinerated?
appears that the way that you guys have handled them, they have been brought back to the ash and the dirt that they were supposed to be brought back to.
Okay.
Let's go find this item you were looking for. The shiny thing.
Doesn't take long as you begin to walk around, and you had your eye on it the whole battle. You know, at this point, that little slight fragment of that light that had broken through, you kind of just like, you know, take some of your shiny armor and refract it in the direction, kind of use it as like a scope, and then bing, you see it refract off some sort of shiny object in the distance inside of the rib cage of something.
Oh, okay. Can I go examine it?
Yeah, you kind of skip over, you kind of like step over like the fireball blown section, and 5 feet away you pick up something that looks very pretty. It's kind of got this black core to it, made out of maybe some sort of black wood, but wrapped around it is this gold that almost emanates and juts out to the side in the front, and you get this.
Cool. Ooh.
What is it?
A rare crossbow. It's
Whoa.
a porcupine crossbow.
Nice.
That's cool.
As she lifts it up, it's like the whole size of her body.
Okay.
Can you use that?
Do you want
Oh,
me to
is
hold
this
for you?
Champagne empty?
Yes, it
I
is.
just kicked the bottle of champagne.
There's
over.
no champagne under the table. It's only in my body.
Cool. This is very cool.
Other question: is there any other bodies that have weapons?
As you look around, everything here seems broken, discarded, rotted, and long disused. You can tell that there's nothing here that stood out the way that this did, unfortunately.
Okay, I was thinking about maybe making a minion, but if you can't fight for me, then I don't really see the purpose of it at this point.
Makes sense.
Because I don't want to leave my cool crossbow with him anymore. It's mine now.
As you guys all kind of enjoy the effects of that battle, feeling a little safe right now in this little clearing that you had walked up to, you guys look in the distance and you can see, out of nowhere, what looks like a stone arch. Old, cracked, maybe 150 feet away, 200 feet away. It's sectioned between two trees, and as you look at it in the distance, you realize that the shape of it is half of a human skull. The mouth open, the eyes sitting there, broken. And
Have
you
we
just-
heard of this before?
You haven't, but in your heart, you have a feeling that this is something that maybe you had been looking for, the two of you, for some time. As you guys just take a moment and hear the faintest in the distance from one of the dead birds passing behind you. I'll take a 10-minute break there. I think that's where we should do it.
Someone get on the Twitch.
So
It's a break. I can talk like me, huh?
So we're gonna take a little break. Anyone who needs to go use the restroom,
Alex, where's your mic?
go ahead. And
Right here.
also
It
make
might be rubbing on something.
Oh,
We're having some
I would put it like
some mic
put it a little
difficulty.
higher.
people like
so, yeah.
saying there's lots of static, so I think things are rubbing
Ah.
up against mics. And
Oh yeah, so everyone make sure
Nothing
you
is
can have your
rubbing up
mic.
against
You're
my
gonna
mic.
line it up here.
As you can see. What are people
So
saying?
we're gonna do the giveaway. Also, we have some cool, like I said, Idle Champions codes and
Neverwinter
codes.
Neverwinter.
But we gotta make sure we got the A-OK on that. So how do we do it? Hashtag
exclamation
raffle. Okay, so if you want
Enter now.
to enter exclamation raffle,
Maybe not. Right.
should we do one or should we do
I'll-
one first,
One for
like the
now?
Idle Champions first?
Yeah, let's do. We could do like 3 codes now and then 3 codes later.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 Idle Champions codes and a Neverwinter code right now. So if you want to enter, do ! raffle. And let's give some shout outs to people in chat who want to say hi.
Kyle? He just said hi.
Hi, Kyle. Hi, Zarkana.
Nice.
Hi,
I
Kyle.
have so many friends. Hey, Mobius, how's it going?
Kyle.
Are you gifting this?
Let's go
I hope
up.
you are.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I hope you're making a million gifts of
So
us.
if anyone needs to use the restroom, now's your chance. Make sure you turn off her
wanna see what
mic
people are
so
saying.
you all don't have to
Hi,
listen to that.
Gil's Watson, rad. Hey,
So you
guys.
can keep entering if you want to be a part of our raffle. We also want to make some shout outs to people who've been great for us. Lore made these awesome, if you guys see, these super cool dice bags.
We have so much cool stuff.
I didn't get any bag. I didn't get any bag. I knew.
Inspired
I mean,
by
I
a
played
little
with them a bunch,
squirrel that
but-
I killed and ate.
Mine's a little Gerwin,
Has a little tail.
and it's so cute, but
Who made these
I don't
for
have
you
it
all?
with me. This awesome girl,
Awesome girl.
Lore.
Lord,
Campaign
stop.
coins.
Send it
Oh
over,
yeah,
yo.
campaign coins.
These are so cool.
They're so cool. Wait, let's show our
Let's show them.
sweet coins.
We're gonna use them for like inspiration.
Now, how do
and,
I
like,
see what people are
coins and
saying? Because I
places.
love to engage.
I love how some
Do you have the
people
Twitch
like
app?
know
I
what
do
I
not.
put you guys in.
That's a mistake.
And like people are freaking out.
Everyone,
Like,
download
why
the
would
Twitch
you
app.
put them there? And I'm like,
I bet you my brother's watching right
Look
now
at this gold.
at Culmination.
How cool is this? And it's like, you hear that? Yeah, it's cool. Like coins. This one, do you have one that has a dragon on it? That's my favorite one.
I think I have
There's
that
a lot
one.
of static, so we need to make sure everyone's mic is on the outside.
Mine is out.
Yeah, yours was also.
Oh, I do have the Twitch app. I was lying. Really did have it. Oh, but I have to log in.
shout out to my buddies watching. Hey, Hunter.
Yeah, shout out
Hey,
to
guys.
everyone who's
Hey,
watching.
guys.
Thanks so much for tuning in. This is our first time doing this live stream, so there might be technical difficulties. Please bear with us.
We're learning.
We're
We got a
learning.
great crew.
Yeah, we have an
got Chris,
awesome
we got-
crew.
We got a major back there. Got a good group of people taking care of us. Thanks, guys.
And Jen's moderating for us. She's gonna figure out how to do this raffle.
Someone said call lightning used to last for a number of rounds.
That's a good thing to know.
I think also my breath
If
was
it
only
keeps
supposed to be a bonus
And I did
action.
it. I think it's one spot, unless call lightning, because there's an ability to send forth like a lightning bolt to several people, and then there's the ability to call lightning, and then there's like lightning bolt. It's just there's so many
Yeah,
lightning.
so
bolts,
at the end of our little
that's a good thing
break,
to know. If you
we're
can
gonna
continue to
pick
call
the winner.
down lightning, because Rowan might
Make
wanna
sure that
hold
you
that.
follow everybody on
What's
their
up?
own Instagrams, Twitters.
Again,
All the
we
things.
still are learning things. So
Especially me, so go
so
easy, huh?
so what are we learning right now?
Essentially, call lightning can be held round after round after round, so you're able to kind of like jut it down further and
Call
further.
lightning lasts for 10 minutes with concentration.
Yeah, it's a concentration.
Doesn't? Oh my
Cool.
gosh.
Concentration, but you know, it's up to you.
I mean, we didn't get back to her even to.
yeah.
Is there?
Oh my god, someone said they just heard a flush or a hand wash.
So it would be great if the mics could be turned off.
Pixie,
all
yeah,
the time.
Well, we
Someone
can
said we
mute
were
them.
fine.
I'm sure.
That's
Wait.
so funny.
We should let them figure that out though.
Make sure you all mute your mics.
guys, you did a good job.
Well, that's hilarious.
I'm still trying to sign up for Twitch.
Erica painted her mini. I don't know what
I mean,
is
it
being
was
seen right now.
painted,
Yeah.
But then I just made it look more like Lala.
But see, it has little lemon boots on it. How cute.
What are more people saying?
Do we have?
They're saying you're beautiful.
Can I plug my phone?
You have many
They're
things to
not.
offer the world.
You know what's funny is that I said my birthday was in 2017,
Okay, let
and
me
it
grab
said
my-
that doesn't seem real. So, okay.
I'm telling you, you look older than that.
I was born in
Kelen.
2007. Let's try that. Nobody need to know my real age.
Someone asked, whose costume makeup takes the longest to do before the show? I'd probably
Well,
say
since
mine.
seeing this is the first time I did it.
Yeah, probably.
Probably mine.
Yeah.
So I have to get all these
job
names.
first battle.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys
costume's
all
pretty
handled
easy.
that really well.
I know. I'm hoping we don't
takes
come up against something else real quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
Every round I get, I can continue to call down lightning.
You could, yeah. Oh, you can also drop concentration if you wish. But essentially, I guess you can just keep like calling it like around you if you're having fun.
Someone's asking, did the girls end the curse?
Let us give you a quick,
Not yet.
quick.
I'm still trying to get on here.
Look at that eyes. Look at that face. Look at how fun that is.
I think I need to get some water.
I am not eligible to create an account at this time.
You're not old enough, Kelen. 2007.
Fine, I'll put my real age.
I'm telling my phone
Listen.
not to trust our computer.
Mine too.
Girls want to do what girls want to do.
Anyone have questions? You can shoot us them in the chat right now, and we'll try and
Nick's
answer.
watching.
We should all definitely give our handles.
Oh yeah,
Oh, here we go.
yeah.
So
Ichabod, we
she-
should have prefaced.
She's gonna be here.
She's gonna be here next week. Basically, she'll be here intermittently, jumping in, but her schedule is just insane, and we can't get her every week. But she'll be here, and you'll get some fun Ichabod.
Some of us
For
will be
sure.
out certain times, and certain other people will come and go,
Yeah.
but mostly the same people.
Yeah.
It still will not let me create an account.
It'll be like a show you watch on the TVs. Like, you know,
A lot of us have
television.
those.
You have
take the
you have
label
your cast, and then you got your reoccurring guest stars, and then you got your co-stars, and then you got
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
We should
more
all
than
at one point
that.
go across and
I
tell them our
don't know.
handles so they can follow us.
Oh, I think they have it. I think they have them right underneath.
This will not let
no?
me sign in.
Let's see what you're doing.
It will not. It knows that my character just drinks a lot. Speaking of which, excuse me, Irma. It's Sunday fun
Yeah,
day, and I'm not
speaking of
stopping it
which.
for anyone.
Andre,
You have to
good
put a
friend of
password in.
mine.
You are not eligible
I did,
to
and then it
create
took
an
it off.
account at this time.
It
I
took
think
it off,
because
man.
I think because you said you were 10, and
But
they're
then I
like,
changed it.
I know, but I think they were like, sorry, you're banned for life because you're 10, and now
This
you're
is
just
just
lying
apple
about your
juice.
age. Don't show the label.
I'm not.
Is this gonna have some adult apple juice?
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh God, you need to put it over closer because my. So I want to know
Thanks, darling.
what are people's favorite characters already. I don't mean me. I'm just like no. I want to know like so far before the new people got here. Like who have you been enjoying?
Someone
What have you
says,
been in?
Welcome to the group.
Thanks.
Is this
Thanks,
silence?
someone.
That
Go to the
was
bathroom.
Brojo Skrzewski?
That who? That
Where's the
guy.
bathroom?
Hey, or
here.
girl. No, you can't show the label.
Oh,
Get his apple juice. Would that apple juice? Would you like something?
oh man.
Erica.
We are working on music.
Yeah, she has great music.
I have
Tell
really
them
great
about-
music. Yeah, I have. I haven't yet been able to kind of like play test it, but we have amazing music from Nick. I don't know Nick's last name off the top of my head. Ryan. And then two other people, Miranda Sanchetta and Matt Dahan, who are just amazing composers, and I write musicals with one of them. So I'm really excited to be able to play more of the music. It's like a big thing of mine too when I play just casual games like world building.
Her
and
music is amazing.
Music.
It somehow matches
Yeah.
what's happening.
I don't know if you guys are hearing it. Are they hearing any of the
don't
music?
think-
Because it's
No,
like it's
they're
plugged
asking
in
about
over
me.
here.
Is there a way to get that to happen?
It's plugged into my computer, but
She has music.
why do you have music?
And
It really adds.
how do you keep
Oh,
it?
it's just it's my
Going
computer.
around?
I could
Oh, here
play
we
it
go.
through my computer.
Uh-oh. We have a very important / trick question. Nathan. Nathan asks, who is cooler, Nathan or Greg Tito?
Oh.
Why do you keep doing this? We're not gonna choose favorites.
We don't pick favorites.
It's saying I can't do it, even
But
with
I
a
do
new
have to
name.
say,
No,
Nathan
I
has
redid
visited
it.
us twice.
I'm trying to sign up.
Greg Tito's visited us how many
Josh
times?
Coleman.
Yeah, that is
My
true.
brother, you'll help me later if you're on here.
Hey everybody, go to twitch.tv/DND. Girls Guts Glory are playing for
Okay, we
another
have
hour or
two
so.
questions for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Another 2 hours.
How much do you as a DM
Another
make
2
adjustments to the roles and rules to help the PCs not fail?
We're on break
just
right
did
now.
That's a
Selfie, I'm
great question. It's really dependent for me. Like I try to
Well,
stay
suits
as
me.
quickly to the rule book as possible, but when I have to
Chris.
make adjustments, it's like once usually in a very, very blue moon, and it's usually for the sake of like
Hi, Natasha.
a very important moment.
Hi, Natasha.
So maybe once every like 3-4 games.
And then just another use
That's
asks,
Kelen. She's awesome. She's
How do
our
you keep
new
it interesting without killing them?
Dragonborn Dranishka.
That's not a promise.
Dragonborn barbarian.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
can kill them.
Got it.
Got some issues here.
However, I don't think that death is the most interesting thing in life, and that's just like a general metaphor. Was that like too
Speak
deep?
for yourself.
And we have a question for Kelen.
Yeah.
What got you interested in playing D&D with GGG?
Well, I was one of the original members, yo.
She
was.
True.
And we started all together, and then I got a little busy and started a TV show, and I'm still on it. And
started
I
it.
wasn't sure about it was just the conflict of shooting it.
Everyone watch Me, Myself, and I.
Mondays, 9:30 on CBS. I was shooting the pilot, and it was a little confusing when they were going away and playing,
scheduling-wise.
But now it's worked out. We play Sundays, so I can be a part of it.
Yeah.
So I'm back.
So yeah, she played with us, just not on film before.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm original GGG unit. I'm sorry about all of that.
Scotland.
I'm sorry.
Lynne, thanks for staying up late.
I probably should
Yard.
tweet people to watch this. I did earlier, but that we're actually doing it now.
Like as an IRL.
Yeah, at Kelen Coleman. One Ellen Kelen.
Is the DM actually evil?
It's good. I can't hear it though.
No,
She's pretty great.
I can't hear it though. Oh, it will?
Has the music been playing?
Yeah, I've been putting it on repeat on my computer, and it's like plugged in, and I'm just like, we generally have had one song I do not know.
Did you tweet it?
I
that
think
we're
on
going live
repeat.
so I can
so.
retweet it?
No,
Usually I'm a bit more of
how
a
do I
scene
do that?
changer with that.
So as soon as Rachel gets back, we'll
Get going.
get going.
Get going. Don't apologize.
That's okay. I know we were having mic issues. Are they better?
Yeah, so I fixed my mic.
Could you see?
I would move your mic. Move your mic to the center.
His Getting pronouns.
What?
Getting
He
volume.
uses him pronouns.
Oh, he and pronouns. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Is it my hair?
Your hair keeps hitting it.
You know, I feel
Are
like
you
I feel like I maybe should just put my hair up.
If
D'Angelo.
you want to, yeah.
Someone said they can't hear the music.
I'd very well
I
be
guess
able
it's
to
gonna be
next
working on it.
time.
Do you want me to braid it for you real fast?
You know
We're
what?
working on that.
Braid your hair.
Let's do
it.
Okay.
Getting everything together.
I'm gonna braid her hair. This is such a female
Women
moment.
still want to roll the dice and count with their fingers.
I've never worn.
Oh shoot! I stepped on your mat.
I'm like learning what a corset is and how to wear it.
So that's true. We smoke our characters.
Okay,
Smoke pot and count with their fingers.
hold on. I'm gonna give everyone a quick breakdown of who we are and what we're playing.
Oh yeah. Do you want to play some music to test? We're gonna test the music real fast.
All right, ready?
Okay,
I'm
well,
playing it.
music. This is Allie Gonino. She is playing Lilith Lucena, our Dragonborn Bard. Demon Blood Bard.
Yep.
I am the only dragon.
Tiefling Demon Blood Bard.
Do you hear?
This is Moira Muirren, played by
pressing play.
Rachel Seeley. She is our human paladin of Helm.
That's her.
I am Erika Fermina. I am your pixie ranger. I think that's it. Lala Lemonboots, character name. This is Kelly D'Angelo, our new DM.
Hello.
She's amazing. This is Kelen Coleman, our dragonborn barbarian.
That's the first.
She's a brass dragon, right?
Yeah, brass dragon.
Yep. And then this is Kim Hidalgo, my sister.
Oh, what?
Playing Fauna.
what?
Ivy.
Underbough. Farron Reed Underbough's twin sister. She is a cleric of Lathander. And then
And a halfling.
Oh, she's a halfling cleric of Lathander. And then last but not least, we have Alice Greczyn playing Rowan of Glen Hollyhock, who is our gnome druid of Circle of the Moon.
Everyone needs to know.
Where is Rachel? Oh,
She's getting her mic
getting her mic fixed.
All right, we're gonna play.
Apologize.
Watch us on Twitch.
I'm sorry.
Bye.
But I kinda okay.
We are live on Twitch. Girls God's Glory.
Ayo.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons.
All
Why
right.
can't girls play too?
We do.
They can. And
I
they
know. I know, but these people might not think so. So now they do.
That's a fun tag.
All right.
Trying to catch up
Shall we
with the chat.
return?
Yeah, I'm feeling like the story should continue. If I can just, I don't know if there's
Oh wait,
a
we need to
music-
pick our winners.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, we
Music.
promised winners, and we're gonna do 3 more winners. So we're gonna give away 2 Idle Champion codes right now for gold chests. So Jen's gonna announce it in the chat. So you'll see who the winners are in the chat and be excited. So verify 2 Idle Champion codes and 1 Neverwinter code, Jen. And then we'll do another giveaway at the end of the stream. So stay tuned. If you didn't win this time, you can enter again and win at that point.
Whole thing.
Stay. Don't leave us. Oh, there's the music.
Ooh, look at that. And it's good.
I've been playing this happy music the whole time. I don't know what's happening.
How do I make this a
Yes,
link
Satine,
or a
I
link?
see you in chat.
I
I have
Yeah, you like
my
this.
arms here. Hi, Satine. You can't take my arms from over here. This is the different players. Sorry, Dad.
I think I
I'm
did.
gonna drink some more adult apple juice.
All right, let's do.
Let's do it.
Let's do more poo.
She said that in my accent. That was interesting. Let's do more poo.
Everything about that was
Okay, this is touching the mic. We're just
I am
gonna move.
so
We're just gonna
learning
shift
how
that.
to adjust
Right there.
everything.
Okay,
I think I
for
linked
now
it
we're gonna be
to-
doing it in
Can you tell
t-shirts.
me if they swipe
mic
up?
is it?
Tell do
Is this
the
Yeah,
thing.
we'll be in costume. We're in costume today because we love
it's the
dressing up.
first
And it's the first
stream,
stream, but see us in real clothes. What? Starting next week, and we'll probably have some special occasion dress
Sujata
up.
will be here.
Sujata will
I
be
will
here.
not.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Did your family
Ichabod's coming back next week?
next week?
We'll be swapping friends out. So that's fun.
It is linked.
I think so.
Yeah.
To clarify,
Yeah, it
this
works.
is
I checked
a
it.
continuation of the last campaign.
Kind of.
Kind of.
So Valindra, our friend we found in the floating, was that up?
Bitch lit.
Yeah, the heart of a
Twitch
towel.
We found that's the heart of the town. Valindra
Thank you.
opened up a portal and transported us to the other side of the world.
Listen.
Once
Where
we got
she
her to
met.
the
I'm gonna kill her.
city, and so now we don't know really where we are or what's happening.
We're
And
in a
they met up with
petrified
us.
forest.
Hashtag bitch lich witch.
We're starting it.
No, the lich was last.
Oh, sorry.
Bitch witch lich.
Oh, bitch, witch.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get started. Jen's gonna announce our winners in the chat.
Congrats ahead of time. Hey. Congrats on raffle.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we're in the
We're in
Well, we don't really
Thay.
know where that is.
Erica,
What's
your
Thay?
mic is
What's
rubbing
Thay?
against your shirt.
Oh,
I
it
don't
is?
know if the characters are with you.
Do it
Yeah,
on your
yours is-
bodice.
Yeah, do it on your.
Okay, is it okay if I move?
Yeah.
Rip it off and throw it.
I'm like, yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like we should keep the
Project.
chat somewhere because it's fun.
Okay.
It's on Erica's lap.
I've got it.
Good.
It's on my phone.
No,
We're not
Alright.
gonna be like talking during the game.
no.
So,
But just so in case.
bringing you all back.
Oh.
Now we have music. I'm excited about that. So, after a almost playful battle with some undead, there was maybe a little bit of pain inflicted, unfortunately. You guys are able to find that shiny object and then look off into the distance, which is in the opposite of wherever this plateau is, but you guys look to the northeast and you catch that there's this stone-shaped half skull.
Can I heal Lilith real fast?
Sure, you run over to Lilith.
Lilith, let me just heal you because you look like you got a little hurt. Thank you.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Okay. 1d8.
Sweet little cleric.
I think it's 1d4.
Healing word? Oh, yeah, 1d4. Unless
Or should I do Cure? I should do Cure Wounds. I'm gonna do Cure Wounds.
I hope so. That would make sense for your character.
You
honestly.
get
I got it.
9
Dad's a
more.
sound guy.
That's fine. That's better than.
If you need
nothing.
any more healing, I can do a lay on you scream.
So they can't hear me.
It puts me at 31, so I'm not hurting too bad.
What's your?
You went up
39 is
one
max.
point?
I can
You
do
went up
some
1 point?
lay on hands.
Okay.
She went up 1 point.
No, she went up 9.
No, 9.
So in the darkness, all of your friends kind of rush over, seeing that your back
Oh,
is
yeah.
slashed
You're
pretty
full
deeply.
You're full healed.
Okay, great.
Oh, she's full. Great.
I did a lay on hands, and it's 5 times my.
Do I still have her power, her protection on me?
It was for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, so she can still hold it if she wishes. And that's a concentration spell, correct? And you took no damage?
I did not take any damage, and it is a concentration.
Great, so you hold your concentration.
I want some of
feeling like
these.
you're able to make sure that she's still protected if anything goes forward, and you also feel like now she's, kind of a tank. So you
Yes.
kind of slowly push her forward,
I'm 6'2".
and you guys begin to traverse
Nothing
and
really.
slowly, once more, walk through the forest. Again, feeling like you don't want to stay here or in any particular place unless you feel like it's safe for too long.
I'd like to investigate if there's any traps around this arch.
Sure. As you guys begin to approach it, step by step, Dranisha leading, kind of stomping along the way, you catch that there's a very slight mist in the air. It hangs low, wispy silver, but that cold breeze kind of shudders through you from left and right, almost as if you can tell that there's nothing blowing almost through the hole and through this mouth that you're walking towards, but there's a hanging sensation that there's less things present. As you look down and catch that there's less bones here. There's less trees, less of a forest, as there's just a clearing as you begin to approach this mouth. As you get closer and closer, Rowan, you keep your distance for a bit, and you're making a Arcana check, or what would you like to do?
So you wanted to check for traps.
For traps? This would just make it a perception check from a distance.
19.
19, okay. You look, your eyes narrow, as you attempt to see from where you guys are, probably about 60 feet away from the actual opening. You can't see any sort of trap that could be set off, any sort of lever, any sort of thing on the ground that would come out and snatch your foot. Nothing in terms of a trap that would be set off by you walking towards it, at least on the ground.
Then I'd like to keep walking toward it.
Okay.
It looks fairly safe.
Does it look magical though?
Well, there's nothing dead around it. So I'm guessing if there is magic, that it's good magic.
Potentially.
Perhaps.
I hope so.
Nothing bad showed up when I perceived.
She's an optimist.
Here's an optimist. The balance each other.
Can I hear party order once more?
Oh no.
Probably be right behind her.
You said that I was in front?
leading.
Yes,
No,
I think that
I was in
Rowan,
front.
and then right behind probably is
It's me,
Dranisha,
okay?
Well,
Do I carry her?
Yeah. Okay.
Am I carrying you?
No, I just healed Lilith, so I think we're a little bit behind.
Okay. So Lilith and you guys are kind of holding each other and healing each other up. And where are you, Lala?
I'm probably right behind Dranisha and Moira.
Do you walk, do you fly?
I'm flying.
So as you guys are
Faster.
beginning to walk forward, you guys catch that the mouth in itself opens up and there's a clearing on the other side of it. And you catch that there's a low stone wall that seems to be crumbling around the edge of it, vines. You sense that it does wrap around into some sort of circle. And as you're looking at it, you can catch that maybe the walls are like 5 feet high, climbable. You could probably walk over them if they would tumble over. And you see that the mouth, though, you can peek through the center and you see that there seems to be stone slabs inside of it. You see 3 stone slabs.
I'd like to roll Arcana and see if maybe this is a transportation circle.
Sure.
Or related to it.
Still in a kind of
Oh,
Nice town.
You roll so well.
It was going towards her transportation
Lucky
circle.
21.
That's where the dice wanted to go. Just calling it like it is.
Can't object.
Indeed.
We keep you entertained.
I love it. So as you're peeking out through the center of this mouth that's beckoning you forward, you take a moment, put your arms out as Dranisha's just kind of stepping forward, and you're like, okay.
Hold. Hold, please.
You look and you try to see if there's any sort of circle or something on the ground that would shimmer in the way that you would expect something that's arcane in nature to reflect. And as you look, you don't quite see anything on the ground, but you can
fire, please.
there's a little bit of fire kind of just comes from a torch that Dranisha lit right next to her, not wanting to use her fire breath again.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Just to save it. The fire illuminating a little bit further. As you look, you can see that there seems to be a faint glimmer of something arcane in nature on the 3 slabs. The 3 stone squares that you see through the mouth.
Is there anything else in the mouth? Is it just like a small opening?
It's just like an open half mouth in a frown.
I'm going to put my hand in it.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. I don't like that.
So you begin to walk forward as you guys have been approaching from a distance. It looks like a small opening, but the mouth in itself, it's about 10 feet wide and 15 feet tall. This is a larger structure over the circular kind of area that it seems to be guarding or protecting or whatever's inside of it. As you begin to approach, you walk through okay. Can I make a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
I have yet 4 javelins.
Oh, okay, I'm
on
not
the
bad.
stick. Things in holes. It's getting
It's
later.
15.
15, okay. You pass through, and you feel like a presence that was apparent there, and there was something that was attempting to shield itself that was attempting to stir your mind, but you're able to push through it and walk through, okay?
There's no being in here.
Not right now. All you see as you walk forward are 3 stone slabs, almost in a perfect pyramid placed against each other, long stone slabs. You can tell that they're about 2 to 3 feet tall each, 4 to 5 feet long, and there is a thin kind of almost plate on top of it, like some sort of stone plate. And they're all shaped in a triangle. This square, the circle in itself that you've walked into, maybe 60 by 60 feet. It's a smaller clearing.
A religion check.
All right. Rowan, are you passing through the center?
I'm peering through. Moira, make a religion check.
Oh gosh, are you sure you want me to do that?
Yes, you're religious, aren't you?
More spiritual.
Well, about
Give
that.
it a go.
Helm and I are not on great terms, but you know, I try.
You did give
I
me
don't think he likes me
thrice.
for 10.
A 10. You're not sure what
It's all
this
those fucks you've
was,
been
or,
saying.
or
Yeah.
you feel like there's some sort of. This is. The sensation itself feels religious, but is it even religion? Whatever you're experiencing right now, whatever you're in, you just can't figure it out.
Black
Moira,
magic.
are you okay?
Anything?
I feel fine.
I'm gonna come in there with her.
Be careful.
Okay, you walk through, kind of can I have you make a wisdom save?
12.
12. As you kind of pass through, suddenly you feel like you have just walked through something that is viscous and oily, almost like you had to walk through a deep black curtain of a foot long. And as you step on the other side, you feel overwhelming sadness.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
No crying.
Oh, I can't help
Can I
it.
have you make a Constitution saving throw to
Can
not
we
cry?
see them?
I can't help
Can we
it.
see them
Yeah,
on the
can
other
we
side?
see into this?
Nice.
Yes, you can. You
We
can see
can.
through it. Yeah.
19.
19. Your tears are being held back, okay? But like right now, you just feel like just sad.
Fauna, are you okay, darling?
I don't know. I came in here, made me think of Farron, and it made me really sad.
I don't like this.
Fauna,
I'm not crying though.
it
Can
might
you
help
see?
you to step out of this.
Brave
Great.
little girl, keep going.
I just
Strong.
didn't want Moira to be alone in
Come
there.
here. I'm gonna hug her.
Please hug her.
Tiny little baby, she's like this big.
You do so. You hold the little halfling and
I
you just
think-
hold her tightly as she's just kind of shaking. She seems like almost disturbed in some way, almost as if she can't help but like want to heave.
Is it okay in there?
Oh no, it's okay. I felt passing through something like a barrier, but
There's nothing in there
it
right
didn't.
now.
It didn't affect me, but it seems to have affected her.
I'd like to make a wisdom check.
A wisdom check to see if you can figure it out. I'm gonna have you make a religion check. As you attempt to
What about
figure it
people
out.
who have no religion? Can we make
You can
one?
always make
No,
a check if you
I'm-
wish.
12.
12?
Yeah.
You're like, this is just kind of a sad place. Like, you're like, I get it. I get why she's feeling the way she's feeling.
Do you think it was magic that did it to me?
I do actually.
Can
Like-
It's unnatural
magic.
sad, that's for sure.
Do you think
Doesn't mean
if
it's
I
not
leave,
sad.
I'll be less sad?
It's
Yes.
possible. You can leave.
But-
I'm perfectly fine here.
What, we need to figure out what the slabs are.
Let me examine the
What about the
slabs
tray?
really fast.
Didn't someone see
I'd
a
like to
tray?
examine.
There's a dish on top.
I'd like to examine the slabs and
Okay,
see.
great. You start to walk forward, and besides this faint light that is illuminating out from the torch that Dranisha lit at Rowan's request, you can also tell that there's a carving on top of each of them. Make a religion check.
Ooh.
14.
14. As you're looking at that, you feel like you've heard of, there's a distinct shape, and there's a chalk, almost like carved into the etchings on top of the slab itself. You see this chalk, this white chalk that looks like it hasn't been disturbed, making the outline of what appears to be a human skull on each one of these stone slabs. You feel like you've seen this symbol before, and you know it's of a god named Merkul.
Merkul.
They're cool. I'm writing it like M-E-R.
It's Myrkul.
Okay. Cool. They're cool. This reminds me of of something. I've seen, I think it's Mercool. Does anyone know?
Who is Mercoul? You know this?
What do I know about Mercoul?
You know the symbol, and you know that this is the god symbol. The only other thing that you know, as you're like trying to remember your newer cleric, you're like, okay, it's the god of death.
Oh no.
Oh, just the freaking god of death.
Mercoul is the god of death, and this is his symbol. But maybe this is gonna help me to overcome death, because that's what I'm trying to do.
Not all gods are death.
Can I have everyone who's not inside of the circle make a perception check?
19.
Yeah, shit face.
You're on the outside.
Okay.
I am on the inside.
14.
Nat 20.
Nat 20,
7.
19. And what was yours?
14.
14, okay. The two of you are a little preoccupied with, looking on the inside and just making sure that your friends are okay. You see a crying child, and you're like, oh. And this is your friend, too, Rowan, Lala. You guys had dropped back a little bit. Rowan, you're a little bit closer, but you look behind and you look towards Lala, trying to see who's keeping aware and keeping their wits about them. As you see a dark shadow just slide into the distance, nearby one of the far petrified trees. So you guys have seen a clearing now for about 60 feet, but about 120 feet away from the entrance of whatever this face is, there is some large shape moving from one tree to another.
Do I see it or just?
You see it. You see it as you're looking back at Lala, who's looking back as well.
I'm gonna take out my longbow. So there's something moving in the trees. Which is never a good sign. Where? Behind us.
Perhaps everyone into the circle.
Yeah,
Natural
like-
fortification.
As you're saying that, you suddenly hear a voice, and it's like in your head. You look back, and what you hear is,
Oh, I don't like this. There's a voice and it said don't go in there, so maybe come back out.
There's a voice. What?
I heard.
I don't hear a
No,
voice.
wait, what?
How do you
Am
know
I
if
supposed
it's a
to come
trustworthy
closer
voice?
to you or the skull? What?
As you see the black shadow just move.
I don't like it. The shadow's moving and it's talking to me. I don't know what to do.
Well, come in here.
But I said not to go in there.
Well, we're
don't know what's
already in here,
trustworthy.
and we're fine.
Do we trust the voice in her head, or would we trust the god of death?
I feel fine in here.
Man.
Just a little sad. We're both
Sometimes they
fine.
can be the
Just
same thing.
Insight, maybe?
I have primeval awareness.
Yes.
I don't. Oh shoot! I have a thing. I wrote it down.
Primeval. As you guys, as Lala's, do you want to look up Primeval? I have my
Yeah,
player's
it's-
handbook right here.
I have it written in my notebook.
There you go. You need to look it up, or if you need your notebook. Always a good thing to have on handy. Primeval awareness.
60 feet.
120 feet away from you. 50
How
feet
far away from me?
you?
I have the eagle eyes. Yes.
You do have your eagle eyes tradition.
Okay.
100. I can
And
see
I can see
fine,
in the darkness up to
fine
60
details.
Yes.
100 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
The two of you guys were looking in a different direction, but as you hear your friends panic, you all start to turn around, you start to look. Make a secondary perception check.
Oh wait, I'm not technically in my favorite terrain, huh?
Me?
Can I technically speaking?
12.
Yeah.
Oh no, but it's
8.
up to 1 mile. So I'm gonna expend a spell
Go away.
slot.
Give me the fucking
Cast
this one.
primeval awareness. It tells me if I can sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead that are in 1 mile of us.
Oh.
You sense hundreds and hundreds of undead around
Oh,
you for a mile. You also take a moment and try to focus it. You feel a different presence. You feel something that is deformed, that has a mixture of two, like some sort of aberration or undead that is behind you, that's moving through the trees.
And that's the thing
that's standing
talking
out to
me?
you as you're trying to focus. Yeah, it's whatever's talking to you right now.
What was it a mix of again? Aberration and what?
It's like an aberration of you can't tell the other side of it, but it's something.
Okay, I don't like it. I'm gonna go inside the circle.
I'm going in the circle.
Going into the circle.
Spider climbing up the wall.
wisdom saves from anyone walking through the circle.
You die.
We're going to fight together.
7. I already put this one in dice chat. They both now have nothing.
Let's do that. We're gonna get them on the right.
16.
On the right energy.
Clearly.
All right.
15.
8.
16, 15. Okay.
Or did I have 7? Or was
So,
it?
3 of you just run through this mouth as you can feel it, like
It's
almost
wisdom.
Yeah.
beckoning you in.
-1.
As you run through it, you feel a presence, but you're able to shake it off. Dranishka,
Yes.
you walk through this, and you're just so sad. You just get it all of a sudden. You just get it.
I get it too, Dranisha.
I don't like you being sad. I don't like me being sad.
I don't like us being sad either.
It's okay.
Shit, I
We'll be
lost my
fine.
pen.
Oh God. Can I sing together?
Can I do a quick insight
Yeah.
onto the voice?
Yeah, you can.
Maybe not. 8.
8.
I need more alcohol
It was
to drink.
uncomforting, and it felt like it wasn't even speaking to your head. It was like inserting into your spine and then moving its way up through your head. So you do not enjoy that.
I don't like it.
But you also felt like, because you couldn't pick up on a full, after like it was like there's something missing. There's a missing link within that. So even as you're attempting to do insight, it's like you can't even figure out what it could have been.
Okay.
For a moment.
I'm spider climbing up the wall.
Okay, so you're kind of like taking a moment, 6 feet, 5 to 6 feet, as you become this little like spider, like Rowan, as you start to climb against the wall. There's a lot of vines that are hitting you in the face as you're trying to climb through them, and you get to the top, and you're peering out. Do you wish to do anything?
I like to perceive.
Make a percentage check.
Perceive.
Yeah.
10.
10. Your eyes focus. Look out. You see a dark shadow once more through the trees. And what you caught that one time that it had moved was that it looked like it was... It must have been the size of like a larger human. But the one thing that you definitely saw from this distance was that it had one eye. Yellow, green, a single, some sort of iris maybe, but it was just moving through the forest.
Lala, it's got half yellow, half green eye. Just one. Has anyone come across anything like this?
As you sit up there on the edge looking out in this petrified forest, there's a clearing around the area that you're in for about
Have we
60
seen
feet.
anything like this before in the forest, me and Dranisha?
This is going to be let's just make it a survival check.
Both of us? Be better than last time. Thank you. Hold on, survival?
15 for
Oh,
me.
16.
Okay. No. You have...
Not good enough.
This is a singular experience. Definitely odd. And you guys feel for a moment, like, besides the fact that you're in this place, like, whatever is on the outskirts of this was maybe waiting for someone to walk into it, or you just feel like there's a reason why it's staying where it is and why you guys are where you are. So.
The thing with the one eye, you mean?
Doesn't like yeah.
It doesn't like the death circle.
So
I
should we
almost
get out?
wonder if this god of death wants things to stay dead, and this thing is undead, and it sort of defies him by being undead. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna yell at it.
Okay, what do you yell?
Excuse me, what are you? What are you doing? What do you want with us?
You feel suddenly a presence as you're like saying that through tears. You're like you're crying.
Why are you doing this to my friends? You guys are my friends now.
Oh. You feel a presence deep within your head, this voice like kind of echo. You hear, I've been waiting for someone to come. Please leave. Follow me.
Why do you want us to leave? Explain yourself.
You're the first people to survive. I need help. And as you see from behind the trees, as you guys are standing in the circle, a figure step out.
Oh.
Shaped like a human, tall, 6.5 feet tall, maybe.
Okay. Almost as tall as me.
Skin cracked, broken, black, brown, almost as if a tree in itself had attempted to animate, but you can tell it's humanoid in shape. You see one eye, bright green, orange, yellow, looked through you guys, almost to you as you see the pupil move. And then you see one small eye that's starting to approach you as it's...
Divine Sense.
All right, and what does that pick up on?
You tell me if it is celestial, fiend, undead. I don't know its identity. I can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
I basically know if it's evil or not.
Okay, you take a moment. And I think there's a range on that, correct?
60 feet.
60 feet. So, you're a little too far deep in, but you can tell for a moment that's not undead. Whatever's coming towards you isn't undead. And you had picked up that it's like an abjuration hybrid. As this thing is trying to walk closer to you, you pick up that there's been something defiled within the actual tomb itself. And you, expecting to be alarmed in the front, you look behind you. And you look in the center of the triangle, where you guys have not stepped around, like in it or around it yet. And you see in the center, there seems to be some sort of disturbance in the middle. You can see that the color's different. You can tell and pick up that something here has been defiled.
On the ground?
Yes, within this, like, triptych of these 3 pyramid slabs.
Okay, I'm going to kneel, and he's going to do whatever he's going to do, but I'm going to take a second to pray to Helm.
Okay. You pray to Helm, you take a moment, you focus your energy, you try your best to pray, and you feel a presence here that it's difficult to pray to your God, as you almost feel like a pressure that's subduing your voice, as you see this thing start to make its way towards you. Standing outside of the mouth that you guys have all walked into. Now you can see it better. It's dark. It's getting closer to night. And thank God Dranisha brought out that torch, because the faint light of the torch in itself is letting you guys just ever so slightly see, for those who don't have dark vision, the shape of this human that has almost a swollen figure. You can tell that the limbs are misshapen. One hand is smaller than the other hand, one arm is long, one leg is longer than the other arm. You see a torso that almost juts up against the concave of his ribs. You see that one large eye, not as big as you might have expected, but large, almost taking up the shape of a face. And then you see a swollen face and a swollen head, and one eye that looks normal, like a blue eye of something, as his hands kind of go forward.
What happened to you?
I've been... And he kind of looks away. Make a persuasion check.
Not 20.
Yeah.
I'm very persuasive.
Bow.
Get him out of here! No bow.
I had to do a call too. So anyway.
For those who watched.
Who watched the
dare.
a while ago. As you take a moment and you say that to him, you see the yellow eye kind of look towards you, but then the blue eye, the eye that looks more comforting to look at, looks towards you. You hear a voice.
My name is Eris. I have been through a lot. I'm here. I was brought back, and now I need to leave. What do you need? How can I help with? You are the first live flesh.
And he like looks to you, and he goes. He gets kind of alarmed. His white eye, his blue eye juts forward to the rest of you as the yellow, red eye, blue eye. This other eye just fixates on you.
I have been trying to get out of this forest for a long time. As you can tell, paid price for what I've done.
What did you do?
What did you do?
I was 110 years ago resurrected from the dead. Human. I attempted to usurp the ruler of Thay, and you do not do that without consequence. You are in a land of the dead, do you not know?
We've picked up on that, yeah.
Did you do this?
Guessing.
I'm gonna point to where the ground has been disturbed.
Why did you tell her not to go in there?
I am not allowed to pass. That is protected, but I can tell you that anyone who's walked into there has not come out alive. Please.
As his arms just kind of go forward.
Why should we trust you? We feel fine in here.
I was gonna do insight and I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
I was saying it first.
I know, I just was.
Okay.
Oh, secret.
Private insight.
Secrets.
Brought to you by D&D.
Lots of
GGG.
secrets that we can't talk
GGG.
about.
D&D and
We're not
GGG.
privy
I
to
make a
it.
song.
Because none of us really rolled.
Sorry, where's your loot? You don't bring.
I'm around the corner.
In my pack.
Next time you play.
All right.
When I come.
So,
Okay.
why won't you tell us who you are, first of all?
Oh, I said his name. His name is Barris.
Yeah, but like,
She just found out things. We let her talk.
who?
Well, we don't know that she found out things.
We don't?
It takes a moment as his head kind of almost cracks. You can see that there's parts of him that are having trouble staying together, almost as if he's struggling to speak to you, and enjoyed the sensation of speaking only to one as he steps back, now towered, shoulders wide, arms misshapen, legs misshapen, eyes misshapen, as he just stands to you all and goes,
I have nothing left to offer. If it is death you seek, then fine, find it, but Valindra will make sure that you join them.
as he just starts to step back.
No, what did you mean?
Just a minute. I'm just gonna fly out of that circle.
I'm gonna follow. You said a buzzword, buddy.
I'm
Spider climbed down the outside of the wall.
general area, and I'm gonna fly towards him.
Sweep it over my back
But
and
maybe
go.
he works for Valindra.
Well, I'm going to punch him in the face.
The moment that you guys all walk
kill
out of the
them
mouth, you can feel it once more against your backs. Everyone make a wisdom save.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Please don't be shitty.
Jesus.
Oh, yes.
Can I use your
Well,
dice?
no, so that's 16.
20.
18.
Dirty 20, but a 20.
Okay, let's go around real quick. Yeah.
18.
18?
20.
20?
Natural 20.
9? 20?
I love
16.
15.
26.
All pretty good.
That's actually pretty good, yeah. So as you guys are all walking through this, you guys feel that once more, that dark presence go through you. As you're able to just withstand whatever the secondary effects were. You just walk through as you see this creature.
I'm going right
He's
up to
walking
it.
away. He's
No,
walking.
I'm going
He
right up
turned.
to it.
No.
How far away?
Just run.
How far away?
Yeah,
He was about 30 feet away.
but I'm gonna fly as
Misty
fast as I
step.
can.
You misty step?
Yeah.
As you feel yourself getting jumped forward about 30 feet, you yourself fly as quickly as you can. You guys are all just running
What if I
for a
double
moment.
move? If I do,
I run very
is it
fast.
a double move or is it single? Like how fast is he going?
He's just walking away at a steady
I
speed.
run
well, I'm gonna double
40
fly.
feet my speed.
Yeah, you just put one of your hands against his shoulder. You feel like a plated body, almost like a body with ridges in it as you're trying to hold it, and it's like kind of gross. But you're like, as the rest of you guys all fly forward, or next to him, or behind him, as he takes a moment, you can feel and he can hear you come past. He can see you just appear in front of him. As the rest of you guys catch up, he just takes a moment.
How do you know Valindra?
She's the reason why I was killed.
Well, she's the reason why we're here.
I would like to try and persuade him to give us more information.
Okay,
He's
make a
been
persuasion
very
check.
withholding. Ha! 25.
25.
25.
25.
25.
That
Okay.
persuasion.
Tell us
though.
everything
That
you
That
know.
persuasion.
Persuasion, though.
He takes a moment as he turns around.
Again, I have.
He looks to you again.
I was a bird. Like you. I can sing.
A bar.
A bard.
You were a singer?
Yes.
What kind of voice is you got nodules?
And he's a little dead.
Bard.
A little like dead. I'm sure he didn't look like.
A bard is singing, yes?
He's not talking
Yes.
about the way he likes his room.
The
He
voice
takes
changed.
a moment as he kind of focuses once more and he goes,
I tried to take down Sam, but taking down Sam is difficult. You cannot.
Taking down the system?
That's Sam.
I've been trying to take down the system for a very long time as well.
Resist.
I can.
Dying-ish. Ish.
yes. So, it takes a moment as he looks to you all.
And followed him.
And he points over to the northwest section where all the plateaued areas are, with that citadel, that spike in the sky that stands ever present. You finger gnarled up there.
That is what I tried to take down. I did
By
not-
yourself?
Why'd you try to take it down?
I had somebody he took from me. She took from me. I loved deeply.
Trying to bring them back.
Yes,
By taking that down.
yes.
So let's be very shrewd about
And
how
they
we
brought me back from the dead. And I sought vengeance. I was angry. And I paid twice over.
As he just kind of hovels over and he gets down, like, and you see the back, the bones of his back, almost like he's in a position of like a child in a fetal position, just like looking down, and his head peeks up. You start petting his back.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can we?
She likes you. You to ask her everything. She whatever he
right.
likes
What
you.
are you asking us to do to help?
How do you know Valindra?
All that.
Didn't she
Make a
kill
persuasion check.
him?
My
Isn't
bard.
that what
My
he
bardic
said?
friend.
What? Education?
Persuasion. Drop like a dead doorknob.
12.
A dead doorknob.
Okay. Takes a moment. And the moment you say the name Valindra, you see like the eye that was yellow and green with a little bit of orange and other colors within it, kind of the pupil dilate and then once more retract as you see the blue eye just kind of look around and look at you.
Valindra, she made this. How do you know her? How have you lived?
Well, I don't know the second part, but we know her because we were helping her, and she was helping us find the Soulmonger. In
betrayed
Chult,
us.
which is on the other side of the world.
why we're here.
If fear
That's why
could
we're
come
here.
over a creature's face who evoked fear, you can tell for a moment that his body gives way. You can hear heave. You can feel the breath within whatever lungs he has, like go out, and almost as if he has to suck in air once more as he goes.
The Soulmonger. She is there. She is going to have that. Oh, you are simple as you are.
No, as he just kind of stands up and he starts to walk away. And if he had hair, he would be putting his hands through it as his body once more is 6.5 feet tall. He starts to stomp around the feet. No clothing, just frustrated as he's walking around.
Have you met the Soulmonger? I'm following after him.
Have you been afflicted by the death curse?
Not to be rude, but it's relevant information.
He looks to you guys and
I am alive because of it. But I don't want to be alive anymore.
Listen, I asked you once. I'm going to ask you again. What are you asking from us?
Follow me.
You're gonna need to
take
tell us
you
more than that.
You have to
out of
explain
here.
it more.
If you were brought into this place, you are intended to be killed. And if you walked through that gate, you almost were guaranteed it.
Then why didn't you walk through it?
I cannot. I am plagued.
Oh.
I'm gonna follow him.
Aye. We'll see where it take us.
Before you take us anywhere, you have to tell me more.
Where are we going?
To my home. The place I've made home. It's underneath the petrified forest where Earth still lives. Where I can eat.
I'll roll insight.
Yeah, roll insight.
I will too.
Me too.
6.
Y'all just like give him like a side eye.
Oh, yes.
3.
23?
I have a 17.
Okay. As you guys are listening to him speak to you, there is a level of distortion. There's a level of computing that went wrong in his body as in both his mind. You can tell that he's not fully there, whatever he is, whoever he is. But you can tell that there's an earnestness in his plea, and he seems to know something that you guys feel like you might at least need to get a little bit more of a lead on. And Valindra specifically, when he mentioned, or you mentioned her name, there was a visage, if one could come across this face of anger and pure vengeance and frustration and agony and everything intertwined. So.
Wait, so did the insight do anything over us?
Yeah, y'all feel that same thing.
We feel there's some earnestness, though he's kind of not all the way there.
So we go with him.
Why?
Earnest.
Just because he's honest.
Honest is earnest. So if he says go with him, why would we not?
His hand's gonna go out like pleading.
Let's go with
I
him.
could use a bite to eat
but
anyway.
I'm gonna just keep my hand on my short sword.
And I mean, he's not a fan of Valindra either.
Oh my god, not.
Also,
She
it
was a
doesn't
bitch
seem
to
like
you.
it could do
Which bitch
that much
lich?
harm.
With
Valindra?
We don't know.
Lich, which bitch lich? Dad, you hate her, we go with you. I think we go with you.
Okay. He's a man. He's a man, yeah.
Him.
As
Him.
we're walking
Sometimes I think people are interchangeable because I'm gender, not biased. I like them all.
Oh.
Yes.
He kind of like looks to you like confused. If like two eyes could like attempt to find focus on your face, they do.
You're looking at my breast, let's be honest.
He kind of looks away and like starts to kind of walk through the section of the forest that you guys not have traversed. He's going in the opposite direction of where that strange kind of triple plateau is that leads up to this jutting sky tower.
As we're walking,
Yeah.
I'd like to persuade him to tell me if he can tell us how to get out of here.
Okay,
And
make
what
a
that way
persuasion check.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, not persuasive at all.
I'm very persuasive.
Natural 1.
Natty one. So as you attempt to persuade him, you accidentally let out something very vulgar about him.
your face is weird.
Pardon me. Oh, your bulb is a bit in my way here. Oh, it's pussy.
You accidentally touched him. And this like gush of this pussy yellow green goo just kind of comes off of him as he just keeps going.
His wart or whatever. Begging your pardon, I'm not quite sure what that
He just ignores you.
protrusion is off your back.
Try to
Don't
wipe
touch
your,
him.
Wipe your hands, whatever you have
That's gross.
accidentally touched.
I don't know. What are you persuading him to do?
You guys follow him for another 10 to 15 minutes as he's walking you. The torch just, you have to put another one out because it's getting so dark. And you can't even really see where you're going through in this dark, petrified forest, but you can tell that he's walking like 10 feet in one way and then 10 feet in another, and there's a zigzag happening. And so you guys are realizing you're not stepping on any bones, but it's certainly an odd way to get to somewhere. Lilith, you wish to do something as well?
No.
No? So seeing that.
Not at the moment.
I
I'm
want to. Wait, I want to know
No
though.
fuss.
I want to know. I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna say, excuse me. You said something about getting out of here. A few things. One, do you know how to bring back the dead? You've been brought back. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Two, what is your plan with us to help us get out of here? That's what you said. So what does that look like exactly?
All right, make a persuasion check.
Oh no. Okay, it's not terrible. 13.
Okay, so as she says that, you're kind of like doing that thing that kids do, where they like talk, and like
like he's listening, and he's like grunting as you're just like kind of running back up and asking more questions. He's not answering you, but you're doing that kid thing where every like 15 feet, you're also a halfling, you're walking a little slower. He's got large steps. As you can feel that your answers are not being met, but he just keeps walking forward.
I feel like you're ignoring me. You might think that people don't like you because you're big eye, but I like you.
I'm going to roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Against this poor man. 15.
A 15, and what do you say?
You'd best at least answer the child's questions. One question.
Thanks for
and
having
then
my
she'll
back.
Stop.
He takes a moment after you guys have been walking for a solid 45 minutes towards whatever direction that he's trying to bring you in. As he turns around at you, saying that, and he one big arm, one little arm, kind of folding into each other, and he looks to you and he goes,
I can't bring back the dead.
as he just turns back around.
Well, there's one answer.
Do you have food where we're going?
He seems to like kind of half-heartedly nod. It takes another hour of walking through this dark forest, as it's not true night. It's somewhere around 11 p.m. You guys suddenly see a divot within the forest, a little bit of an area that seems to concave further deeper down into whatever kind of soil is here. You can see in the deep distance, some of you, that there seems to be some sort of dwelling. A small hole, almost as if a gigantic spider would, or snake would live in it. But he kind of points in that direction with his hand outstretched, and he goes,
A live
Yeah.
snake?
What?
A live snake?
There's no snakes. I carved it out myself. It's safe. I promise.
After you.
as he kind of just stomps down. He has to kind of crawl on 4 legs as he makes his way with his hunchback into this hole. You guys all follow?
I peer in with my dark vision.
Okay.
What do I perceive?
We're in here. We're
With
in this already.
20.
Natural?
Not natural.
Oh.
An unnatural 20. What do
Okay.
I see when I look down?
When you look down for a moment, you see there's a stench, a smell.
Oh, this guy.
But not a smell of like decay. It's like if like a mixture of like if a frat guy never cleaned his room for 4 years in college.
I know
Different
this
kind of
smell.
stinking cloud.
Mixed with like some sort of rotting fruit. It's not pleasant. It's the smell. As you look down, you can see, peering into the darkness, that there seems to be a small light, some sort of lantern that is being lit. As you can see him sitting on some sort of stool or bed, waiting for you guys to all come hunched over. You can also catch that down deep within it. It's kind of far, but he's waiting for you to
I'll go
come down further.
Fair, it's just a
Rest.
hunch, but you don't have complete control over your olfactory senses. I'll just take that.
I would prefer to stay outside of the tunnel, and maybe someone can just bring me some food.
No, you're coming with us.
Someone needs to keep watch.
Is it
I
a
think.
tunnel or is it his home? Can we see the whole thing?
It's
when
like
we
a
look in?
cave.
It's like it goes further than what you can see at least first glance, but you can tell that deeper down there's definitely some sort of.
Okay, I've smelled worse, I go.
All right,
You're coming with us.
I'm
you
going
have to
to
kind of
stand
bend
watch.
down. It's not a high ceiling.
I'm
but-
a little taller than
Yeah,
him.
you're taller than him.
Yes.
So you're able to kind of bend down and you crawl in. And there's a low lit as you walk in. This is a little smelly, it's a little dank, and the stench in itself is kind of hovering within it. But you can tell that as it goes further along, there's been a carved out home. Small, simple. You can tell that it seems to go a little bit further in. You see, at least in first glance, what appears to be some like eaten bones. Not humanoid shape, but like bones of some sort of animals, maybe. You can also see to the left that there's a cot that's like well rotted out, with like made out of petrified tree trunks. You can also see further down. It seems to continue along the way, and you see that there's like faint specks of green. So you can suddenly see deeper in that there's something green in that direction, like further into the tunnel.
I'd like to go see if this is.
Are we all down?
Did you all come
You guys
out?
all start to go as Lilith has hung outside
What
and
do
is
you
like
think,
waiting.
Tranishka? Should I come in? Is it
I
okay?
think it's fine. You come in for now.
16.
Unless you want to stay with. Really?
No, I will be with you.
Okay, come on.
As you look down, you're able to see, and you're looking specifically for like plant life, like is this guy telling us the truth? As you peek down, you can see something, like a vine growing inside of it. You can't see if it's fruit bearing or not, but you can tell that it seems to get greener as you look further down. And it just continues down. Like it's just a continuous tunnel, but it's rare to see something green further down.
I asked him what is
in
that? Why is this green? Why is that?
That, and he kind of points in the direction of gnarled finger.
That is what the forest used to be. Beautiful. Valendra. This is hers. She sent you here. She expected you to die to join her undead. She wanted you to be a part of her army.
She destroyed this forest. Just this kingdom or more of the land?
All of Thay.
All of Thay.
Thay in itself has been a land for the undead. I myself brought back from death twice, and then now this.
Do you know how she's done this?
She is masterful. She is one of the strongest people underneath them, and she will no doubt be using the soulmonger to seek court and gain favor with him.
I'm going to walk into the tunnel and meet you.
So you kind of look outside and you take a moment, you tap your foot, and you walk in slowly as you overhear this conversation, plugging your nose.
You know, I was thinking out there just now. What if Valendra is the soulmonger?
It was an artifact she needed. That's why she needed us. To bring her to it safely.
Okay.
I like where your head's at.
You guys hear something. A bird running through once more. That same undead one almost following you the whole time. As it flies in and it perches on his finger.
Oh, so that's how you found us.
What is this bird?
Okay.
His name is God.
Ka?
Yes.
That's a good name.
Thank you.
Appropriate.
Barrows. I want to go down that tunnel
Is
and
he
just
your
touch
bird?
some nature.
Do you know how to get this nature back up top?
Maybe you.
I suppose I could do a quick check.
Yeah, make a
Yes,
nature check.
please.
9? All right, you start to walk down the second part of this tunnel as he kind of crawls through with this little undead bird on back. Starts to bring you guys through this deep tunnel. You're putting your hands against the side of it and trying to feel where nature's present. And you're very in tune with nature, Rowan. This is where you grew up. You can almost empathize and feel trees and their presence in nature and life. And you can feel that there's a pressure here. There's a decay. There's a longing for life and earth to come out once more. But you can tell that whatever's happening here, there is a pressure on the earth. And as you go deeper in, you can feel that it's starting to give way. So even though there's some sort of pressure on the top of the earth, the moment that you're able to hit to the core of trunks and trees that you're starting to see kind of gnarl their way through, you can tell that maybe some of these trees that are above this area are actually still alive. As you're seeing trunks that have brown in them and like a deep-rooted feel. As you guys are all starting to make your way further down, you also catch that there's a little bit of water on your feet, and seems to be like a little viscous.
Again.
Is it the atmosphere? The dark, heavy sky blocking the sun, keeping everything dead? Is that related at all?
Are you asking him this? Or me?
I'm asking. I'm asking the DM. I'm asking how I could know.
Make a nature check again on that specific thing.
Okay. Ooh, 23.
You know that like certain life can live outside of, needing a lot of sunlight or needing a lot of water, but this is completely unnatural. Whatever presence is here, whatever seeped into the soil, whatever territory you guys have walked into, it's a known territory. It's a dark territory, and you're starting to finally walk out of it as you can feel, like, as you're maybe 120 feet into the earth, a little bit further, life grow once more. And now you're starting to feel better, but you can tell that this is beyond nature. This is something very dark above you.
Excuse me, Mr. Barris. Is this out of this land into a nice land?
And he takes a moment as he kind of sits, and he points further down the tunnel. Gnarled vines starting to grow. And he goes,
I have clawed my way out of here. It took 6 months. But if you follow and continue to go, you will eventually be out of the petrified forest.
But then why are you still here?
I unfortunately cannot make myself known much outside of it. I look...
Once you know you're not that scary looking.
as the undead bird kind of like flies over and perches on your shoulder and kind of nuzzles with you with the bones kind of like jutting against your face.
I'm a little creeped out, but you're kind of sweet.
What are you going to name this bird? Its name's Ka, but I think you should give it another name.
Ka, my love.
Ka, my love.
Begging your pardon. Forgive me rudeness earlier of your affliction. Is it something you could be healed from and then get your way out if one of us happened to be a healer?
It is something I might be able to have. Your sword could help me.
My sword?
Your sword.
My sword.
Her sword.
You were kind of giggling because the bird was kind of like gnawing at your cheek. It was a little too close.
My sword could help you. Are you cursed?
I am cursed. I am also dead.
Oh, I don't know.
If I leave here and make myself known as I had told you, you are in the territory of Thay. I am known as somebody who attempted to kill the leader. If I am seen, I am dead. But if you guys go through, I will grant you safe passage, of course, with the promise that if you can heal me and take him down.
Zazam.
Zastam. Yeah. Zastam.
Zastum.
Or Valindra.
Oh, we are going to do that.
She'll be
tonight.
gone.
Will.
Then I think our interests are more aligned than not.
Does anyone
We
have
will
to
come
kill you
back
now or
to
kill
you.
you later?
Later, when we can't, because we can't right now.
We go.
And he kind of points in the direction of the tunnel. And as he says that to you, as you guys start to make your way through this deep tunnel, that again just continues to grow a little bit further into the earth, you can tell that the plant life is growing and very rich and eager to find and sprout and bear fruit as you guys are able to kind of walk through this section, this cave that almost doesn't become soil anymore, but almost warps into a tunnel of vines. As you guys continue to press further and further in.
Smells like there might be berries around.
Bye, Barris. Thanks for being my friend.
And bye. Would you also say
Bye.
bye?
Bye, Paul, my love.
Thank you. She says bye.
As you guys are saying goodbye, the sound of the undead bird cawing against you, you hear him once more say, calling after you, his deep voice, just pressing back once more into just your head.
You will be let out in Byzanter. Keep your head low.
And that's all you hear.
Byzanter.
Byzanter.
Byzanter. We're going to Byzanter.
Is this a
Byzanter?
teleportation portal?
Did he tell you?
It seems to just be a tunnel that leads to a nearby town.
And to keep our head low.
Byzanter.
And you guys continue walking forward and forward, deeper as the vines continue to kind of gnarl their way through. Small plant life growing, some of them thorny. And that's where I think we'll end our first session.
Wow!
Yeah!
Yeah, we did it!
Sweet.
We take this.
The winners,
Oh, yeah.
Jen announced it in the Twitch
The
chat.
first one.
Is Jen here? We're getting Jen so we can do. So everyone start putting in your exclamation point.
Well, we don't know if it's open.
Oh, is it open to? Jen to do our next giveaway? 1 second. So thank you everyone.
Yeah.
Open now, so exclamation point raffle, right? If you want to try and win more gold chests for Idol Champions or Ice Panthers for Neverwinter, which they stream on Monday nights for those
8 to
who
10
want to watch them play.
Pacific time.
So everyone get in your exclamation point raffles, and
Raffle.
yeah, we will be announcing a winner in the winners in the chat, and then we'll be
GGG.
messages.
Yeah, follow GGG.
Why don't we go and say we'll let you know how to find us on the internet. So we're at Girls Guts Glory, and our website is girlsgutsgloryrpg.com. I just updated a lot of it. We're going to collect everyone's character sheets today so we can get that updated because that's still old. But you can read all about us, and you can see all our videos from the stream, our past seasons.
And our third level character sheets.
And no character sheets from them. But
less of an idea what we were doing.
Yes, we've been learning. So let's go around and say where you can find us online.
My name's Alice Greczyn. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Alice Food.
Simple.
Like to eat.
Alice Food, she likes it. I'm Kimberly Hidalgo. You can find me at Kim Hidalgo, Hidalgo. That's everywhere, basically.
I'm Kelen Coleman. You can find me Instagram, Twitter, sometimes Snapchat at Kelen with one L, Kelen Coleman. Except for Snapchat, Sadie Goldberg, SADIEGOLDBERG. Forgot about that. But Kelen Coleman, Snapchat, Twitter. And Monday nights, 9:30. Sorry. Me, myself, and I on CBS. Watch it. How to do that.
I'm Kelly D'Angelo, you guys, your DM. Super stoked about today. Can't wait to see where the story goes. Follow me at Kalen Rock, like Kalen and Nell from Legend of the Seeker, KAHLANROCK on Twitter. That's it.
Hi, I'm Erika Fermina, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at AStylePixie.
She's styling.
And she's so
She's stylish. I'm not. I'm Rachel Seeley, and you can find me at Sunny Seeley, SUNNYSEELEY, because I like E's for some reason. And that's on Twitter, and on Instagram you can find me at SEELEYRAE.
But you can also find the two of us streaming Neverwinter on Monday nights on the Perfect World Twitch channel from 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, watch us run around and punch some stuff.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I'm Allie Gonino. You can find me at go_Nino, Nino, on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, and also Rachel and I are going to be doing on Geek and Sundry on Friday night at 9 p.m. a Tales of the Loop. So if you want to see
Tales of the what?
Tales of the Loop.
Tales from the Loop.
I
It's
thought
like-
she said something else.
It's like
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Tales
as
of the
board game.
Loop.
It's
Meets
so
Breakfast
much
Club.
fun. It's
I'm
so
still
much
character.
fun.
Anyway, thank
Really
you
good.
all. We're here every Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know some people were tuning in from Scotland, so thanks for staying up late.
Thank you.
And yeah, we can't wait to get to know you all more, so send us messages on Twitter and Instagram, questions. We'll try and answer them during our breaks.
Yep.
Send us fan art. We love it.
Please, fan art, please.
We love fan art. And yeah, so do we have the winners all? She's going to draw right now and announce the winners. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
See you in 2 weeks. but
Till
we'll
next
see you
time.
week.
Woo!
Sponsored by Wizards of the Coast.